now you can watch my players just hip hop around like goobers.
Oh, hold on, we're doing something fun.
Last we left off, our intrepid band of friends, having taken a teleportation at the hands of Flora's big brother and court mage, Ethan, found themselves here in Vinar to complete their duty as official ambassadors to the Sealy court, as well as book some transit so they can cross a sea and hopefully find Gray's family before returning to Lascor, where this all began, so they can check up on some friends there. Upon entering, they were brought to an inn, met with Fingalin, who was a particularly unhelpful individual who wanted nothing more than for them to sit in the inn and not talk to anyone, before being brought before the council to have a conversation.
We like some big...
DM, has Muffin been putting any weight on since our adventure started?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
He's got a little belly jiggle.
I would say, well, because and Muffin is still growing. In the past, what? You've had Muffin by your side for about a week. Muffin's probably put on about 10 pounds.
Jesus.
He's sizable. I mean, he was already pretty big, but he's not full grown by any stretch of the imagination.
Here's it going, Chad.
Maybe you should take him on runs, Zazel.
Yeah, the problem is getting him to follow me. I guess I could, like, I don't know, tie maybe a tart to me or something, and he'll chase that.
Yeah, it'll be exercise for you both.
I think I can outrun an owlbear, but I don't know. They're pretty fast.
You can always use your wings if necessary.
Yeah, but that only lasts for a minute, and I think he needs more than just a minute a day.
Well, I mean, like in desperate situations where he's getting too close to that tart, then you find a tree and fly up, and then just wait for him to tire himself out.
You know, that is actually quite brilliant.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure I'm actually faster than an owlbear now.
Here, wait, let's I'll put torches on everyone so we can have a nice little family photo.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness.
Well, are we being allowed to wander, or are we getting a chaperone?
In fact, Alicia, now leading you back outside of the amphitheater, notes that you are in fact welcome. You have your run of the city for the time being. As requested, the council would like to see you sometime around 3 p.m. tomorrow.
I think we can do that.
The lodgings provided to you should still stand. There are those. If you find those not to your liking, there are others in the city.
Well, is Finger Lad going to be at the Emerald Palace?
I do not know where Fingerlin or I like Finger Lad. That's a good name. I don't know where he will be staying this evening.
All right, well, if he's staying there, then I'm going to have to find somewhere else to stay, because I don't like him.
He was kind of snooty.
I don't think he's staying there, guys.
All right, so we know the rules. Even though we don't have them, setting off fireworks is a no-no.
Yeah, we don't have
just
those.
Behave.
Yep.
We have no fireworks whatsoever.
None at all.
Not that we have any of those.
No.
No, there was never any fireworks, yes?
No, never.
We have never had fireworks.
They don't. What is a firework? Who knows?
Anyway, is there a specific like market district or?
Yes, there is. So, as of present, you should have passed it on the way here. It would be in sort of the Unity Plaza is where we are now, and it is just off of here. And I actually, I'll provide you guys with a map.
Oh, we got the map.
Oh,
All right, and you said there'd be some like competitions and stuff. Where do you think that would be at?
To that end, I do not know. I can... Well, I can't. Inquire around.
All right, will do.
what do we do first?
Oh, I think you want to go shopping, don't you? That bakery? They have good stuff.
I've heard. What was the name of that bakery?
Barbucks.
No, it was Gilbert's Bakery.
Oh,
That's right.
Oh, yes, that's right.
the muffins, right?
Alicia
Yeah.
recommended it.
Killer Gilbert.
Mm.
Muffin.
I guess we can just peruse. I don't know. I'll go wherever you would like to go, Flora.
I say we start off with a snack, and then we can
Please
journey
excuse
through the town.
the giant map, everyone.
All right, lead the way, kiddo.
Flora does not know where she's going, but Flora will run off with Naruto arms.
Amazing.
I'll follow and I'll run with Naruto arms.
As she runs, he's gonna yell, "Gilbert, where are you?"
I realize you're not running that fast because I think you move 25 feet per second.
I think you're correct.
This map is far too dense for you guys to actually be able to see it. I'm just gonna...
This is probably the slowest you've ever seen me quote unquote run. It's more like a Naruto jog.
So you could probably put it behind the border and then zoom in to where you would like us to see, rather than on top.
Would be sensible.
It's too smart. No, don't do that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be smart. My bad.
Oh.
I gotta keep going. That's only the names.
In and out of
Lower.
territory, you are smart.
There you go. Ta-da!
How is this? I can go lower.
I mean, I can suddenly go a bit lower.
It kind of looks like Columbus, Ohio. I'm not even kidding.
You could also
Oh,
put
no.
your webcam above that.
Are you
so it
sure we're
doesn't
not in
interfere
Ohio?
with your face?
Because that's
Working on
the
it.
that's the outer belt. You see that? I know that.
There you
belt.
go.
This is Columbus,
Can you guys
Ohio.
tell that I set up all the stuff on?
It's okay.
Can you tell?
No, no.
Gilbert's
do
here I
that.
come.
Oh, they have parks.
They do. They do indeed have parks.
Then it's Columbus. That's Goodale Park. I know that park.
Did you make this map yourself?
Yes and no. I used the aid of a tool I found that helped me use a seeded generation of a map. And then I fed it all of the correct parameters, and it did the rest of like the actual placement.
Cool.
Very cool.
It just gave you Columbus.
Grant, I'm super glad that it gave me Fantasy Columbus, Ohio.
I mean, you got corn
Ah,
and parks.
I need another drink. I'll be right back. Sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a wall, so you probably get that similar shape every time you generate a map. So that means it's always giving you Fantasy Columbus.
Well, there is a number of options, and you can choose not to do a wall. There was... I went through like 60 iterations before I picked the one I liked.
Oh, fun. I like the two big parks. We got to go check those.
Percy, don't
that's
eat
the
that.
idiot.
That's chocolate. That's chocolate.
Oh, God.
chips.
Hold on a second. I saw that the Albert got some chocolate.
How did...
Yeah, that was a mess last time.
What is...
Ratchet, would you like?
So I
chocolate
wonder if
chips?
Small Earth has like a bunch of small people like Flora in it.
I'm good, thank you, though. I have ice cream if I want something sweet. There has been a duplicate on the audio for a while, and I didn't notice. Why was desktop audio unmuted? It should not have been.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Echo.
There shouldn't be one now.
We were just in a cave, everybody. It's cool.
Well, I would say Flora is the one making this forward sprint to find this thing. So as soon as she returns, we'll have her investigate her way there.
More of a saunter. She's only moving 25 foot.
Guys, I would like to tell you that I just grabbed the air with both my hands and I killed a mosquito and a moth.
Ooh.
Oh jeez.
That's impressive.
I wasn't expecting to actually get them. Anyway, that was kind of neat.
Poor moth, but that mosquito, yeah, fuck that mosquito.
Yeah, poor moth, but murder mosquito.
Mosquitoes can die.
Percy, are you guest rolling my dice for me? Thank you.
Aw.
She returns.
I do, I'm sorry.
Flora, could you roll an investigation check
Yes.
as you seek out?
Aye, aye, Capitan. I will use my nose.
Follow your nose.
12.
12. So it's comedic a little to watch as Flora, with her very little legs, starts barreling off out from the amphitheater plaza, rushes down the stairs, heads off, and every once in a while you'll see her just stop and shift all around before continuing just at her pace, arms flapped behind her, sprinting out.
I'm in my element.
15 or so minutes later of Flora sprinting down each alley, stopping at a corner, looking in several directions, stopping at several institutions that are definitely not bakeries, you find your way to a beautiful little brick building, a painted orange roof, and 3 chimneys, each just billowing just a thin trail of smoke, with the title Gilbert's Bakery.
I'm going to turn and wait and be like, aha! This nose knows where sweets are made.
You said
It also helps that each sign had like an advertisement for Gilbert's Bakery, so
I don't know what you're talking. I didn't see nothing.
you know what? You probably didn't see it from all the way down there.
Yeah, I'm too small.
Short is the word I would use, but yeah, sure.
That's kind of funny because your ankles are in kicking distance.
We're also
Don't
within
you dare!
fighting
I'm better at
range.
kicking.
I'm gonna kick his ankles. You'll kick your shin.
Ow! Hey! We said no kicking.
Children,
Not nice.
don't make me turn this bakery around. I'll
You
do
wouldn't
it.
dare?
Yeah, you won't.
Behave.
Fine.
He started it.
I did.
He's
yes.
You're also older. Stop fighting with Flora.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure she's actually older than me.
She's
No.
definitely not older than you now.
No.
I'm only 7.
There's a
In
reason
gnome
why.
years or in human years?
In gnome years.
What does that equal in human years?
I
7.
don't think.
As far as I
there's a
know, at
difference.
7.
I'm on to you, Flora. I'm on to you.
I don't think you are. All right. Everybody in the
Ooh.
bakery, do not touch things unless you're buying it.
Mm.
And I'm just gonna like shuffle everybody in.
Wait, does it not just put them behind the glass wall like they normally do in Rynn? Oh, not Rynn. Glasgow?
Glass wall.
They put them like behind the counter.
Yeah, so you don't just, sneeze on everything.
Oh, that's super weird. No, yeah, that is a thing. But sometimes bakeries have like displays, and you can like touch things, and they can be wrapped and stuff in like papers.
And as Gray is explaining all of this, and you step inside, it is quite warm in there. With, as you can see now, there are 3 separate ovens, all sort of scattered just a bit apart, with space in between for working, and a number of little tables piled with all manner of little pastries, as well as just a small countertop where presently there is a single figure back to you, with like a deep brown fur that you can see, sort of working at something.
Oh my. And Glam, with all the clothes that they wear, is going to have to take off their jacket in this one.
Yeah, it's a little warm in here.
Are
Is
you
this-
Gilbert?
And you can see the figure sort of cocks their head behind them a little bit and shifts a little bit, and you can see now she's got just a bowl sort of resting in one hand, and she's stirring that, and then you can see with a tail she's actually stirring a separate bowl that's set up on a counter. And she looks back and she's like, I am not Gilbert. Gilbert is taking the day off.
That's impressive.
That makes it sound like you killed him.
No,
No.
Is that not the way that they said it?
No.
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 Maybe it's just the heat getting to me. Oh my gosh, it's hot in here.
It's
Do you need more windows?
We keep the temperature warm to ensure the pastries come out the way we would like them to.
Oh yes, you suddenly need to keep the temperatures perfectly at certain temperatures so that the pastries do not fall if they are certain types, and
The dough has to rise.
exactly.
What is your name, may I ask?
9 lights. He says,
Nile-
and you can see, as you get like a close look, she is a feline, standing quite tall. She's got bright, sharp blue eyes, probably about 5'8", fit. She's got a bright smile on. You can see those big kitty fangs kind of poking out.
Hmm. It is nice to meet you, Nine Lights.
Thank you. I am co-proprietor of this establishment. Gilbert is my husband.
Oh,
It is a
I
pleasure
would-
to meet you. And how do you spell that name, by the way?
Yeah.
I shall put in chat.
Thank you.
I was told you have some fine pastries here. I am something of a sweets connoisseur.
Well, you've come to the right place.
What would you recommend? I was told your muffins are quite something.
Indeed. I have good ones, fresh baked. And with just like a quick step and a flick of the tail, she actually very softly and carefully flicks a muffin into your hand.
What kind of muffin is it?
It's a banana muffin. A hint of cinnamon.
Ooh. How much?
More, more things Glam is finding out that that bananas can be used in.
The first is on the house. It guarantees you come back.
I like this place.
This is you're very kind.
I will take a bite of my muffin.
It
I will
is
offer it-
delightful.
I I will no longer offer a bite to anybody. I'm just going to keep eating.
Well, it seems that she has definitely chosen that she wants to have that for herself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But
I-
should there be anything you are particularly interested in, let me know. We may have it, and if not, we may be able to make it if you come back in a couple of hours.
honestly, I do not know much about sweets. I just know about some, but what do you recommend?
Well, we do cakes, cookies, sweetbreads, savory breads, fruit tarts, pies. You name it, we make it.
I was told that there is a thing called an ice cream cake.
Well, that is one thing we don't make. Unfortunately, ice cream would not keep in such a warm environment as this. That's
Makes sense.
less of a baked good and more of a ice cream in the shape of a cake.
Mm. And Flora will continue to browse.
And there are like, a number of sort of like the standard like 3-tiered rotisserie like pie trays all over. Some are stacked with just a myriad of cookies of various colors and shapes. There's tons of fruit pies. It is namely fruit-based baked goods within here, though there is sort of a small section of more savory, like meat pies and things off to the side as well.
Once again, Glam's very confused because, like, wait, you can put meat into a pie?
Indeed, I make a delightful salmon tart. In fact,
Just going to raise their eyebrow. I think I would actually like to try one of those.
well, let's see. And she gestures over and she's like, third shelf down on the right there. And there's a little stack of them. And they're actually, it's a little tart baked in the shape of a salmon and everything.
Adorable.
That is amazing.
So I've heard about these buns. We're in a bakery, so kind of the right spot to be asking for it. But it's got these beans mashed into a paste, but it's slightly sweet, much less than what my friend Flora here would enjoy. It's more for like an adult palate. Do you have any of those? I don't remember anything else about them. I just seen the rich kids running around with them all the time, and I've always wanted to try it.
Are you looking for mochi?
Red bean.
Okay.
I know what I'm looking for, but Zazel does not.
Red bean paste stuff.
Yep.
Yes.
Red bean
Well-
paste. There's a little bun. They make them. They're cute.
I mean, that's... Mochi's pretty similar. I mean, you can put red bean paste in mochi, so I just assume that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. Mochi's a little more bitter, though.
Some of it. Not all of it. Some of it's quite sweet. It's
Oh.
delightful.
But yeah, Glam's just trying to cool it off a little bit before trying to eat it.
Not quite our purview to do bean-based pastries. We tend to keep to the more tropical fruits that we have access to, and the fish from the river or the sea, and local meats.
All right, no, totally get that. But if I get any of the like bean plants, I know those things can like grow anywhere. I'll make sure I just like I don't know. I'll give it to you, so that way you can expand the selection. You know.
Why, sure. A delicacy is a delicacy. Now, where would you have tried that? Where are you from? You... Not from around here, I'm guessing.
No. Glasscore.
I've not heard of it, but...
It's not a very nice place, I will tell you that much, but
You're better off not hearing of it.
yeah.
Fair enough.
So Gilbert, is he also? I'm sorry. Is he the same people as? I don't know how to ask this question without being rude.
My husband is an elf.
That's an interesting pairing. How did you two meet?
I attended a baking class some years ago that he was providing, and we hit it off.
That's a wonderful story. Well, as of right now, I'm actually still full from this morning, but my companions can all get whatever they need, and it's on me. Whatever you charge, I'll pay for it with limits.
Oh.
And I'll look directly at Flora.
Mm, darn loopholes.
Can Glam just reach over and just pinch your lips? No, you said anything. You can't back out now.
Yeah, but she'll buy the entire store, which means I'll be out all my money.
No, I don't want no savory stuff. That's gross. No offense.
I mean, it's better than what you're gonna have.
None taken. We all have different palates.
That's
I would like some of those savory pies. That'd be.
I'm also very curious. You said tropical fruits, so there's something else besides bananas?
Certainly, yes, absolutely. Over there, and she gestures again with her tail, sort of flicks it over just like her right shoulder off, and there's just like a little shelf full of they're very brightly colored little fruit tarts that have all kind of been stacked up.
Just going to run over and look at them, trying to figure out what most of these fruits are.
Well, then there's a light myriad. There's some that seem to be like a pineapple tart, or like a passion fruit.
Ray's gonna pick up some of the fish tarts,
Okay.
not pastries, whatever.
The little salmon. Yeah, they're like baked, baked tarts in the shape of a salmon, and there is like sort of like a savory little bit of actual salmon, spiced on the inside of it when you break it open.
Like I'm
Well,
trying to.
I'm not gonna break it open, but I'm gonna wave them slightly in the direction of her, and then point to Zazel, and bring him over to, I guess, the counter. I guess, because that's what I want.
Okay.
So Glam would at
Bless
least
you.
like to try out the pineapple and the passion fruit, and then get at least a couple more of the savory, because they are currently digging into the one they have right now and enjoying it immensely.
All right, stack that on up.
I have a question.
Yes, what can we do for you, little one?
How many varieties of cookies and cake do you have?
Today, maybe 10, 15.
I'm gonna look at Zazel.
Do you have the best variety of cookie? The one with oatmeal and raisins in it?
Ew.
What is a raisin, exactly?
It's a grape, but it's dried.
That sounds horrible.
They're amazing. Best cookies out there.
What is wrong with you?
Might have been hit in the head one too many times.
I don't cook with dried grape.
Darn, those are the best. Would love to have shown little Flora that.
I wouldn't have eaten it. Sounds disgusting.
You wouldn't have known until you've already bitten into it.
I
Chocolate
know.
chips.
If it's a shriveled grape, it would not look like a chocolate chip.
Oh no, when you bake them, they look just like chocolate chips. You never know until you bite it.
But we do have plenty of chocolate.
I'm going to take one of 5 of the varieties of cookies. So 5 cookies.
Okay. Just at random?
Do I have a choice?
So, there is just a standard, what appears to be a chocolate chip. There is a chocolate with chocolate chips. There is one that looks soft with fruit pieces in it. There is a cinnamon cookie as well, which just appears to be baked with nothing but a little bit of cinnamon on top. There are 2 different ones, glazed, and upon second inspection, one appears to be made with like sort of a banana glaze, and the other is more of like a citrusy, like a lemon cookie.
I will take a chocolate chip, a double chocolate chip, a lemon, and then another double chocolate chip and another lemon.
Okay.
I'll stop there. I'll be nice this time. I could have gone for the cake section. You would have never known, Zazel.
I mean, that's your loss. You didn't go for a cake instead of these cookies.
I mean, I still could. I haven't put my stuff down on the counter, and I'm very strong.
I said there's limits.
I'll put my stuffs down on the counter.
All right, so you got to try 1 bite of a savory tart. 1.
No,
1, and I'll let you get a cake.
no, I have my own wallet. I can get a cake if I want to.
I tried, everyone. I'm gonna throw my hands in the air.
See, 9 lights gets me. I have my own palette.
They spoiled you.
No.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
And as you're doing this, Nine Lights has gone back to just sort of continuing her process. She's gone back to stirring with the tail. And a minute later, you actually hear sort of like a light ping, sort of from nowhere, as she wanders over, flips open one of the ovens, and you can see it's a small bowl softly floats out, and she sets it down. Well, she doesn't set it down. It floats and sets itself down. And there's another fresh pie here as well, should you want it. This is it is a meat pie, however.
What kind of meat?
There is a swordfish mince.
That does sound interesting.
Wait.
Yeah. What is all this together, though?
Is
For a slice of the pie in this, or for the whole pie in this?
We'll do a slice for now.
We'll call it 5 silver.
Here, have a gold and keep the change.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, you don't have to wait. No, never mind. You and Gilbert are married. I forgot. So yeah, no. You. That's your tip. Just thumbs up.
She keeps that sort of wide, toothy grin.
I do not think that we should be here too often, or else we may not be able to leave the city after a while.
It is a mark of pride that we see our customers come each time, maybe a little rounder than prior.
We can't have that. No. No, I'm gonna like pull up my shirt a little bit, show the abs. We can't have these going flabby. Absolutely not.
Meanwhile, Glam's sitting there, without the coat on. They are very scrawny.
And she does say, as she sort of like prepares like a little bag for everything for you. And the last thing, and she snaps her fingers over it, and you can see as everything just sort of gets like a puff of cleanliness, and she's like, hazard of the fur.
Oh, honestly, I wouldn't have minded. It happens. It happens with just hair sometimes.
Thank you.
I've had Gray's hair in my mouth before. That came out wrong.
Why was my what?
It fell in the drink one time, or you put it there. You might have put it there.
I am pretty sure I am pretty sure that some of the people in the very, very low sections of Lascaux use a little bit of hair as an additive to the flowers so that they have a little bit extra.
Yeah, I would believe that. I definitely would.
Guys, honestly, the lore about Lascaux that you've made is way more horrifying than anything I created. I appreciate it.
You told us this is a shithole, and then you let us run with it.
Also, so real quick, for those of you watching at home, look at this. Check this out. Look at the shiny dice I got. Well,
If not candy, why
the
did they
Forbidden
look like a
Jolly
skull?
Rancher.
stop back in tomorrow, perhaps, or maybe later today. We're here till sundown every day.
Hey,
Thank you.
speaking of people who are not particularly in the best shape, I don't know why I'm asking you this, but I heard that there is some, and the only reason I'm saying that is because this is a bakery. I heard there's some like athletic stuff going on around here. Is that true? If so, where?
Today, I don't know of anything.
That would be a
Sorry.
shame if it's.
I wish I knew. I do not.
It's been a little while since I've been in a competition. I'm kind of getting that itch.
Well, I'd suggest ask around. I'm not too inclined to go out and compete in athletic competitions myself.
You would do fine, but you said you like seeing your patrons get round, so I was assuming your patrons would not do fine.
We see all kinds.
There's a reason why people have savory foods here.
And I cannot wait to try it.
You have got to try this salmon cake. It is really good.
You give me a bite of that, I'll give you a bite of my swordfish pie.
Why would I want to eat a sword?
It's a type of fish.
Yeah, I was assuming it was a type of fish. And there's not swords in your lake, is there?
Maybe, but a swordfish has nothing to do with a real sword. They just have a long, pointed snout.
Has anyone ever used them as a sword?
I knew this was going to happen.
You know, young man, I don't know.
I apologize. I've never really been that far out of Lascaux before, so I'm finding out a lot of new things.
Yep, and we're going to continue finding out a lot of new things. Thank you, everyone out of the establishment. We've already paid. Let's not crowd the counters. Shoo shoo.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Nine
Hey,
lights.
friend,
Nope.
keep an eye
Out.
out for the little one and
Nope.
let us know if he shows up as you push me out the door.
Yep. I would actually like to look for a bookstore.
Bookstore? Absolutely. Yeah. So make a, I guess, a perception or an investigation check, your choice.
Woo! I rolled a natural 20, so 27.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wasted that one.
So with sort of your memory of what you had seen on the way to the council chambers, and then a bit of additional scoping from here and there, checking out sort of how the roofs kind of change and how the landscape is shaped, you quickly find your way towards a much wider open market space, which I can now pull up here. I'll hide the, well, it's where you guys are presently, which I'll just
Yes, but
hide the picture of here. As soon as I find the picture to hide it.
we have returned.
There we go. And it is a lovely blend of the natural with tall trees sort of intermingled with either set up shops, 1, 2, 3-story buildings, a myriad of various market stalls and tents, people milling of all kinds all over. But It takes you not very long before you find a little two-story building. It's all wood, and there is a carved cover on it saying "The Open Page."
The open page.
Indeed.
Hey.
This is. I do not think we have anything this big for books in Lascaux.
I'm not that shocked, honestly.
Thinks about all the books that say "outside is death" over and over and over.
I would like
Yeah,
to
this is probably right.
enter the bookstore.
Okay. Absolutely.
And is there like a
Glad it's gonna
counter or
fall.
something?
Yes. So, stepping in, it is it's a a fairly well lit place. They have two very wide front windows that let in quite a bit of sort of like the light. It's a little more open in the market, so there's less of like the tree overhang to kind of pitch it all down. And then in addition to that, there's some nice torches sort of everywhere. It's sort of softly carpeted with just like a pale blue carpet, and there's just bookshelves sort of in 5 or 6 neat rows leading up to a back counter where there is currently a sizable figure, probably about 6'6", kind of like leaned over the counter reading a book.
Oh, hello. Pardon me.
Oh, good day then.
Hey, I'm assuming, you work here, right?
Yes, this would be my shop.
Oh, hi. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah, and looking up, he is an orcish gentleman, close to 6'5" well built. Just a thin pair of glasses, kind of leaning over him,
Oh my god!
and just
yes.
like a big old mane of black hair. And he's just kind of like pushed off to the side.
Hi. Can as the since but what's your name?
My name is... 2 seconds, please.
I love how we did not ask for a single of the council's fucking names.
Oh,
We're
that's not-
asking all
I
the
thought-
shopkeepers.
I thought they were going to introduce themselves.
Now we're asking all the shopkeepers.
Oh,
That's
no, and it's fine. They are named. I've just got a big list presently.
Okay, good. I thought we caught you off guard. I was like, I'm sorry.
Nope. My name is Umog.
Umag, do you happen to have a historical romance section?
I do indeed. Yes.
Glad.
So
Glenn's
if you...
shoot a look over there, by the way, like, you too?
on the far wall off to the left there is that whole shelf is romance, and the bottom 2 rows would all be historic romance. It's sort of rated by age, but unfortunately it's all within the last 400 years or so.
Do you have any recommendations of ones that you think people pass over a lot, but happen to be really, really good?
Let me come take a look. And he kind of stands up, gives himself sort of a stretch, and he's definitely as you get a good appearance, he's on the older side. He's probably like mid-50s, a little stiff and shifting, probably from leaning, but he wanders on over, takes like a minute to slowly kind of crouch down, starts fishing through the books, and after 35-40 seconds, he fishes it out, and he He hands you a little leather-bound novel. This is Wild Hearts and Minds. Story of two young gnomes and the love that they share.
Aw.
Nobody ever wants it because it's about gnomes.
Why?
That's a little racist.
Zazel, that was terrible.
I didn't even mean for that to be a joke.
It's well, it was written by a gnome, and it gets a little esoteric at parts, but I think it's quite lovely.
Yeah, I would hope it would be written by a gnome and not like a human or anything. Like, I'm
Well-
sure it's fine.
No, this is
Thank you.
that was already far more interesting than anything else I have read. Do you have any other recommendations?
For historic romance or for anything in general?
Historical romance is definitely on my list. What other, I guess, genres do you have?
We have a robust fiction section, so if you can think it and it's a story, we likely may have something to meet it.
I'm going to behave myself and not ask about some things, but what sorts of things would you recommend from the fiction? Or from or is there something I guess magical?
I have a number of stories on various famous wizards, though I fear they are all quite heavily embellished.
I mean,
I'm sorry, Glam. Before we leave the historical romance section, I have one last request.
Okay, yes, what can I do for you?
What one of these books on this shelf do you think would make someone, if reading it, turn bright red?
Oh,
oh my. Rick, like cocks an eyebrow at that.
there is a, he leans down and he pulls out a slightly thicker book bound in a red leather, titled Soft Hearts and Tender Skin.
Ah. Thank
I
you.
think this might be what you're looking for.
Thank you very much. I will definitely be purchasing both of these.
Or there's also, Urkesha's Adventures, but that is, it's largely tales of Urkesha herself, who was an orcish woman 200 or so years ago who enjoyed largely copulation and fighting and nothing else, so it's all
pretty sure
that.
that
The whole
I
book
would
is
love
that.
to add that. I would love to add that one
He
as well,
fetches that for
actually.
you as well.
Glam's gonna be like, both of those here too.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
goodness.
sure that's banned in Glasscore. I've heard that book before. And it's a banned book.
What was that last one called?
Arkesha's Adventures.
Yeah.
Orkesha's Adventures.
But it's not because of the doing it stuff. It's because she's an orc. We all know why it's banned in Glasscore. I'm glad you all have it here. Keep spreading.
To be fair, a lot of things are banned there, so
Yeah. If she was like a human woman, they would never abandon it. And like that was like the main reason people tried to fight it a little bit, but they, it's Glasscore.
let's be honest. We have seen some very, very handsome and beautiful orcs as we've gone around here. So
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
completely on your side. Like, Sir, you're a very handsome gentleman, but the point is, like,
Why?
fuck
Thank
that
you.
place.
I appreciate it.
And I will happily purchase these 3 books. How much?
For such a distinguished tastes, I think a gold will cover them.
Absolutely. And I will grab a gold and give it to him.
Should Flora be in here?
There's a
It's
fiction section.
bookstore. Yeah.
What?
Heck, I'm pretty sure there are plenty of things for her, such as like science books.
I actually do kind of want some books.
Oh, well, what could we help you with, young lady?
I've got 2 requests, and I'm pretty sure you could at least fill one of them.
Well, I'm all ears. He crouches
One-
all the way down so he can sort of look at you eye level.
That's very kind. One, I would like a book on how to learn Elvish because I forgot mine. And I really should get back to my lessons.
You know that crap baskets. Y'all expect me to talk? All right, I'm going to need some language books too here while you're here. Fuck.
Hmm.
Well, young lady, how would you like a beginner's book or? I'll fetch a few for you. And he comes back, and there's literally like a child's guide to Elvish, or
Elvish for dummies.
Honestly, I think she is smarter than all of us.
or a primer on the Elvish language.
I feel like the one that's not for children is the one that I want.
Okay, yes. And then the third book is significantly more dense, and it's like Elvish etymology through the ages.
Hmm.
Flora, if you're going to take the harder one, I might as well take the one for children.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a good idea. As Zazel has a storybook of heroes, but it's clearly meant for children in his hands.
You've got Urkesh's Adventures, but it's like the sanitized version for 8-year-olds. And what was the other book for you, young lady?
I don't know if there are books that exist on this, but do you have any books about the Seelie and the Unseelie Queen? The with an S at the end.
What I mostly one moment, and he comes back with a number of like small little books. They are all basically children's novels that he has here, and they're all just like stories of like adventures in the Fey realm and things of that nature. Some of them being kind of like cautionary tales of like, don't go do this or you might get eaten, or the adventure of the young one who has wandered off and came back safe to his family.
Yeah, that checks out.
Thank you for showing me your selection, but I am not interested in any of these.
Well, that's okay.
Oh, there is actually one book that I think we actually need as I put my book back. Do you have a guide on like owlbear rearing?
Yes, actually. Here, one moment. And there's like a very small section off on the other side that appears to not be just like stories and fiction. And he kind of fishes through it for a minute and plucks that out as well and brings it over. Here you are.
All right, thank you. And I'm going to look at my companions and be like, he's not a pet, but he's still growing, and we need to know what he needs in order to grow to be a big, strong owlbear.
Oh no, I completely understand.
So I'll be buying this book for our friend Muffin.
So,
All right, chapter 1, don't feed your owlbear sweets. We don't need this book. Okay.
okay, so at the very least, I need a few books on like the beginner books for languages.
Dude,
Because
I can teach you Orc. You don't need that book.
well, I got the Elvish one for Flora for obvious reasons.
Yeah, what I'm saying though is like I can teach you the Orcish language. My friend taught it to me a while ago.
Okay, good to know.
Does anybody else have any languages we can teach Glam if they want to learn more?
Hold on.
I mean, I know a few.
Because
I know.
you can just see Glam about to have a breakdown, realizing, oh god, you guys expect them to talk to everybody.
I know how to speak gnome, obviously. I know how to speak giant. And I know how to speak dwarvish. What do these three have in common? They're all really strong.
That's a wild list. Yeah, no, I just know Celestial and Orc.
Mm.
Well, I
I
can speak
I mean,
Celestial, Druidic, Primordial, Sylvan, um, fluently, and there are a few others that I kind of can understand, but I don't know if I can teach it.
uh,
Um,
like all I know is common and the language that I spoke with to that one dryad.
let's see. Oh, and I kind of know some Dwarven, Gnomish, Goblin, Infernal, semi conversationally. Not great.
That would mean Draconic. That would probably be the most important one for you to learn. Though. I can't speak it. I don't think anybody else does. So if we run into a dragon, someone's got to know it.
Well, I would advise that if you're seeking language and Draconic, then the library may be your best bet. I don't have anything of the sort here.
Okay, good to
It's
know.
a bit obscure for us.
That's fair.
I've heard legends of people that look or at least have features of dragons. Have you ever seen one?
Zaza, we literally saw one.
Oh yeah, we did. I forgot.
We were on their boat.
He doesn't get out much.
I really don't. But like, have you ever seen one before though? Like, do they come around here?
There are a few folk who are of Draconic lineage within the city, but it's quite rare.
Yeah, they're really cool.
And not wrong there. Those Infernalborn are they're very pretty. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay, guys.
All right, we probably should get out of here.
Yeah.
We're taking up the space.
Pay for your stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say I've already paid for the books that copy Gray on there. Need the one for the children's Elvish book and any recommendations for like fantasy fiction?
Oh, did he have more than one copy of the books I grabbed?
Yeah, he did. He had a couple of
Okay.
copies of them.
Good.
They're
You're
going
getting
to
the
do a
same
book
ones?
club. Yes.
Okay.
If nothing else, Glam does like a good romance. If at the very least, read about the things that they cannot have.
He fishes you out Tales of Elbor the Bold. A story written by a friend of mine. Elbor the Bold is a daring individual who fights against the forces who would wrong justice at every turn. I hope you enjoy
Oh,
it.
no, this sounds very interesting. Absolutely. So how much for it in the Elvish book.
Oh, another 6 silver or so.
Going to hand over a gold. So that your friend can have a little bit from it as well for writing something very interesting.
Why? Okay. We'll set it aside for the next time I see them.
Wait, only 6 silver. Are you not charging him for the other 3 books? That
No,
you
he already
No,
paid a gold for those.
Yeah,
Okay.
I already threw the gold in beforehand.
I was gonna say, what the heck? Sorry, that's out of character.
No, you are perfectly fine. You are perfectly fine. I know that it seemed weird there, but I was like, I've already thrown that gold in there.
And for your book on owlbear rearing, 3 silver, and the other elvish guide, 3 silver.
All right, I'll go ahead. I'll get the Elvish guide, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
I'll get 6 silver down.
Okay. No. Scoot all that out. He's like, well, should you ever need another story, I'm always here.
Thank you
Oh,
so
absolutely.
much for your help, Umag. Right? I said it right. Please tell me I said
Yes.
your name right.
You did.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
The only other place I have seen so many books was that one library.
Would you believe me if I told you an owl was a librarian?
Sounds like a good story to tell.
Maybe some other time. Maybe if we see you at the tavern, we'll tell you the story.
Perhaps. Have a lovely afternoon.
You
You as
too.
well.
Goodbye, Mr. Umag.
And
It was an absolute pleasure to meet you.
pleasure as well. And he just kind of, shambles back over, puts his glasses back over his nose, and keeps reading what he was reading.
But I'm very happy you never mind.
Eh?
Do you think there's a magic shop somewhere? That's a big city, right?
You mean like magic is in like sleight of hand, or magic is in like actual magic?
No, like
I would
magical
suddenly think-
items.
There
Oh.
might be. I don't know.
Are you asking Umag this?
No, because we had already left.
Okay.
But I can. I'm gonna actually pop my head back in and be like, and ask. Umag, I'm sorry. Before we go, is there a place that perhaps sells magical items anywhere?
There are a few. There is gifts and goodies. And that would be over near the council chambers and sort of that amphitheater. It's a tall marble building. There is the Emporium Arcanum. That is going to be 2 or 3 blocks from here. There may be others. I don't particularly traffic much in the way of arcane goods.
Oh no, that's more
no,
more than helpful. Thank you so much.
Indeed, thank you. Honestly, you've been far more helpful than I've experienced with many people in the past.
But happy to help an appreciator of fiction.
Right. Good. Have a good one.
Always.
All right. I think the Arcanum is where we want to go. That sounds like a nerd place that we would find Ethan in. So
You're not
Hey,
wrong.
Is-
I also would love to check out the gifts and goodies
I-
place, but we can
absolutely,
do
that would sound
after.
like it'd be more fun. I
Yeah.
want to look down over Flora. Are you trying to tell me that Ethan's not a nerd?
I'm saying only I'm allowed to call him a nerd. Oh, and Marcus, but only us. You're not allowed. He is a smart wizard who could smite. That's the wrong word. He could take you down.
No, smite was the right word, I think.
Honestly,
It's something that only like those clerics do, like the priests.
Yeah, they're really loud. Clang, clang,
Uh,
clang, clang, clang.
but
If
you
your
can
brother
also...
wasn't Fey, I definitely could take him. But he's Fey, so I can't.
Well, okay, let's
That's
hunt
not
for the
true.
Emporium Arcanum first, and I would
Oh.
like to. I didn't ask which direction 3 blocks from here was.
Let's split up,
I'm sure we
gang.
can figure it. No,
No.
I'm sure we can figure it out. Can I roll?
Yeah, go for it.
Zazel, carry
Yeah.
me. I'm getting
Great.
this sugar crash.
right, hop on.
That's cocked. That's cocked. Oh my god, probably because I have my box in my lap. Put it on the table.
Yeah, what are you
Drop
doing?
this. I don't know.
oh no.
17.
17? Yeah, it takes you a minute to sort of just like piece it around, but you find sort of like a handwritten little directory that's got it on there. And as you're doing this too, you hear a voice sort of call out to you, and he goes, "Hello, hello there. You want to come over here and get some of Sal's good stuff?"
What? Where is this coming from?
There's just like a little, very small kind of like tent set up. There's it's like a little table with maybe like 8 or 9 small items on it, and just a real shaggy looking halfling man, probably like mid 40s, long black hair, big black beard.
And this is just a random setup?
Yeah, he's set up with some of the other market stalls, and he's kind of waving you down.
I'll head over. I'll see
Okay.
what's up.
I'll follow.
Oh, discerning eye, I see, coming to see Sal's goods here. Oh, shoot. Oh, Sal is me, yes. And then, really quietly, in sort of a separate voice, you hear, "It's Ethan."
Oh. Hello.
Sorry for the, disappearing actor yesterday. This morning. No, not yesterday.
Did you totally hear Glam just like totally talking smack about you? Like, pff, I told him he could be anywhere.
Why would I thought?
No, I've been right here all day selling my wares.
Yeah, I see you've been working really hard. But, you know.
I've got some good things here.
Mm-hmm. And Gray's just gonna lean in and start pretending to peruse the table.
All right,
I've
what
got
do you
this
sell?
one of a kind wood shield here. It's only a little bit banged up.
That is a used store.
It's like a bunch of twigs that were sort of like nailed together.
Mm-hmm. So what happened? Are you okay?
Yes, it just it appears there's more going on in the city than anticipated, and I wanted to make sure that my entrance would not complicate yours at all. But I did want to, say goodbye to everyone before heading off and such, but I figured this would be a good way to really drum up some business and scope out the area.
Oh no!
And I'm just Flora's behind me, right? Did she notice that it's
She's
Ethan?
on my shoulders. We're sitting there looking at him.
You absolutely have definitely made sure to take care and say hello to us.
I'm just staring him down.
Laura, have you ever seen this before?
Have I seen this before?
No, this is sort of a new one, and he is speaking quietly enough where, like, unless you're like really leaned down, you're not going to hear him when he's speaking as himself.
I would like to get down, please, and peruse the wares.
Oh, all right, kid. Maybe you can find yourself a nice stick sword.
Does Glam's gonna shrink down some so that they can hear better.
Well, I don't have any stick swords, but I got this real nice used spear.
You could use
Is
that
there
as a
dry blood on it?
Oh,
Where is
no.
the? Where's
why,
the?
why is there a smiley face in the blood?
There's no blood there. Sir would
This is
never.
not even a spear.
I
This is
am a
just a stick.
discerning salesman. You think I'd sell you a bloody spear? That's rude.
I am so
Mm,
sorry. I just wanted to see what you would say.
Is there anything you would let an owlbear chew on this table? Just as a
Probably
toy.
not. I don't think so.
What about a griffin?
I don't think they're
No.
selling a griffin.
Well, as long as if you're okay, Ethan. Thank you for getting us in. We're not in trouble of any kind. We're good.
Good to hear. I would suggest, just for good measure, perhaps picking someplace unpredictable to stay for the evening.
Oh, should we not stay in the inn they give us?
I'm unsure, but be cautious. You never know what kind of deals I'll be having.
Okay.
Did I hear Gray say Ethan's name?
Yeah, she keeps
Yeah,
calling this guy Ethan.
Yeah, you would have. At least heard her say that.
I'm crawling
Hey!
under the table.
What do you mean her?
Yeah,
Him,
Hello.
sorry.
Day is also acceptable.
I'm gonna poke him in the leg. Hello.
Oh, whoa! I've got a. Seems to be a gremlin under my table.
I'm
And
not a
it-
gremlin.
He leans
Wow,
down
that's rude.
leans down underneath, and he goes, Flora dear, I'm so sorry.
Are you leaving?
Not quite yet. I hope to be able to pop back by one more time or so before I have to head out, but I just wanted to apologize because I gave absolutely no warning before bouncing this morning.
It's okay. At least you're back now. I wanna show you my doll before you leave. So don't forget.
All
Also,
right,
did-
looks like I found what I had dropped. Gotta watch out.
Hazel called you a nerd. You should kick his shin.
Oh, well, that's all right. Nothing here to your liking?
Sorry, but thank you so much for showing us your lovely table.
Get
Have a
out of
great
here.
day.
Don't know what a good sale is if it bites ya.
Yep. And I'm just
Mm.
gonna grab the rest of you guys and herd us over to the
We're gonna
Emporium
give Gray a
Arcanum.
sad look because I'm sure I've not heard that this is Ethan. Hey, that's not. You know what? I'll buy that spear. I'll put 2 silver on the
No,
table.
no.
Grab the spear.
I just
There
gotta like
you
say,
go. And he
say,
hands you
say,
sort of a sharpened stick.
Thank you so much.
These
and I'm just
wares
gonna
aren't
let
fit
it
for
happen.
anybody. You got garbage wares. She's just gonna hurl insults at him as she leaves.
Hey, that's not cool, little lady. Come on.
Mm,
Marcus and Ethan raised you better than that.
Can
I know garbage wares when I see them.
gonna do something silly. Minor image up a little heart, and then just like act like they're blowing the heart at him.
We're gonna get down on Flora's level,
Hello.
dead serious. This man has fallen on hard times. We don't treat them any differently than we do anybody else.
Yes, it's just an outrage. I'm packing up my shop.
Hey, you really upset him.
You should pack it up and leave.
Where is it? I am telling Ethan the next time I see him.
He won't do a thing.
I'm very
Sort of, like,
disappointed.
pushes over the ramshackle pile of sticks with the net over the top. Sort of piles all of the stuff back into what was the roof to make it into a sack and walks away with it.
Yeah, get out of here.
Stop.
Zazel.
I'm not gonna give you sweets anymore.
Zazel.
Think you're mean.
Oh, that's why.
Zazel.
What?
Zazel.
What?
That I'm just gonna lean into his ear and I'll go, That was Ethan.
No, it wasn't. That was a homeless man.
No. That was a disguise. That was.
Bastard owes me 2 silver.
Yeah, he took your 2 silver.
As I drop the stick.
Wait, but don't. No, you can. Hold on, let Muffin chew on it. Like
It's
a shark in its
sharpened.
beak.
I don't know if we should let Muffin chew on it. Let me consult the book. I'm going to search the book to see if Muffin can chew on this stick without,
Oh no.
hurting his
Arsenic sharpen
intestine.
their beaks.
So I'm going to pull the book out and start looking, see if there's a section on chewing.
You know, I'm curious. Does he need to eat stones to be able to like eat digestive food?
Stones?
No.
I don't know. He likes to play in the dirt and put it in his mouth sometimes.
Why stones specifically?
Is that not what birds do to help
Is
with
it?
digestion?
Do they do that? Wait, is that real?
It is real, yeah.
That is a real thing, yes.
What?
They get stones in their gizzard, and that's how they kind of grind the food up.
What?
Mhm.
Mind blown.
At any rate, combing through the book, you do see that there is a footnote on how owlbears will sometimes sort of grind their beak against various, like sticks and things to keep it sharp and crisp. But the book also notes that the owlbear is largely of a bear's internal physiology and requires more of the nutrition a bear would seek than that of an owl.
That makes sense why he really likes the muffins, because I couldn't see an owl eating sweets, but a bear absolutely. All right, here, Muffin. Here you go. I'm gonna put the stick towards his beak.
Anyway, did we find the Emporium Arcanum yet?
Yeah. So another like block and a half from where you had met with this impromptu Sal the seller, you find another sort of. It almost appears to be just like a very large it's like almost bleached white tree that kind of spans out.
Ooh.
With vines kind of spiraling up it, and just like a door cut into the front.
Cool.
Well, this is very interesting.
And yeah, it says the Emporium Arcanum sort of scripted on the front of the door.
Very cool. Shall we enter?
I do not see why not.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. And pulling open the door, it's pretty sparse in terms of like actual things out and about. There are a number of cases sort of all over the walls that have sort of like a solid barrier that's see-through, kind of blocking each one of them. That you can see a little like card in front of each. And there are just a pair of figures standing back by just a small counter. And as you walk in, sort of a younger elvish woman gives a smile and, hello. How can we help you today?
Oh, I don't really know. I just wanted to, peruse, maybe.
Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna lean up against the table. You guys got anything that's gonna make me more magnificent? I mean, I'm already pretty great.
Feel free to ignore him. Sorry.
Could I mage hand him just like tug on his hair real quick to annoy him?
As you go to make the attempt, you find you cannot produce the mage hand.
That is interesting. I mean,
Oh. It's Probably
would
preventative. So
Glam be able to put two and two together that this might be something to prevent stealing?
Make an Arcana check or a I guess a Perception check. No, I guess just Arcana.
but I
That is an 11.
An 11.
what
Yeah.
You're not 100% sure. You get the feeling like you felt maybe like a little bit of a shift or a change as you came in, but
Is there a sign right behind Glam that says no magic? No casting spells.
no, there's
I
not.
Dang it, I was kind of hoping so.
do you are there just like signs declaring what things are, or
There are, yeah. So with each item, you can see just sort of like a small plaque.
Like-
that gives like a brief description of it.
I
So real-
really don't know what I'm looking for. I just wanted to like check things out and see what I see.
So real talk, we're adventurers and we get in very dangerous situations. That's what I mean by make me more magnificent. How can you got anything to make us a better team, fighters, spellcasters? I hit things with my fists. I can also use some weapons.
Oh, have a lovely evening, Belgian. Thank you for stopping in.
Bye, Belgian.
In terms of weaponry, anything we have is going to be sort of on that shelf to the top left. And you can see there are just like 7 or 8 different items kind of stuck over there.
Okay, cool. I don't wear armor or anything like that, but do you have anything else that'll make it a little harder to hit me or a little easier to stand up against a hit?
Let me see. Let me see. And she sort of like fishes underneath the counter and pulls out like a little book and starts kind of flipping through it herself. And you can see she's probably like she's pretty young for she appears to be maybe mid-20s, so anyone's guess, but sort of like a short cropped brown hair, but a soft green eyes, kind of pale skin, and the other figure has looked up maybe once, but there's another gnomish fellow who's kind of been sort of futzing with a small object and kind of huddled over it on a stool to her right. I think that we have there's a pair of bracers over there, as well as a cloak off down underneath the weapons to your left as well.
Okay, cool. All right, Flora. I know what we're looking for, so follow me.
Okay.
I'm gonna specifically grab the bracers and the cloak and check those out before we start looking at potential magic weapons.
Okay, well, you can't grab anything because it's in a sealed case that you can't get into.
Oh,
But
okay. We're gonna look then.
but yeah, so there is there are a pair of just like leather bracers that look pretty finely made, and you can see just like sort of like lines of pearl that have been very thinly laid into them in just like a nice pattern. And it just says protective enchantment bracers, and that's all it's really got on it. And then to the left it says a similar thing. There's a sort of like a deep green cloak sewed in with silver thread running down the length of it, that's been neatly folded, and it says silk cloak, protective enchantment.
So we're probably gonna have to ask what these do because that doesn't make sense. And well, we can't get it out of the case anyways. But which one would you rather have?
I'm sorry. What are they again?
Bracers or a cloak?
Braces are a
Have
cloak.
protective enchantments.
Probably the cloak.
You would look really cool with a cape.
Yeah, and when I run, it would flap behind me.
It would, yes. I wonder if they actually sell. I heard of capes that will do that on command. You say a word and they start flapping. I'm sure they have.
That would be amazing.
So, quick question, DM: would I, if I potentially bought these bracers, be able to put them on under the gloves, or they go behind the gloves, the gauntlets that I have?
They go, yeah, they just go on your wrists. They would fit, what you can tell.
Okay, cool. All right, well, we can check the prices of these. Go ahead and check out the items. I'm going to go wait and see what Gray finds before I start asking questions about these 2 items. But find a weapon you might like.
Well, I'll try.
All right, don't touch anything.
Great. I really do think I might need to replace this armor that I have at some point. It's starting to get a little holy.
Oh. Well, maybe we can find an armorer. Or well, I don't know. What do you normally wear? Leather,
Just
metal?
just leather. I do not really wear much else. I've had these for a while. It hasn't. Honestly, I'm surprised it held up for so long.
Well, yeah, we can see if we can find stuff, you know. But they might have something here if you look around.
Yeah. It might be nice. I know they assholes that we faced in the forest definitely got right up in my face. It hurt a lot.
Is there like a wall area with like armor and stuff?
There are a few sort of battered pieces of armor here and there.
I'm
But
gonna
there's
point
not.
them out.
Yeah.
For him to look at.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, if nothing else, get this cleaned up.
And at the counter still. I don't know. Do you have anything of that you personally find interesting or?
Are you just sort of like small curiosities?
Small curiosities or even things that you might think are useful or I don't I don't know. What do you have?
Well, we have a number of sort of obscure things as well as some that are a little more useful, some that aren't. Many things have unique uses. We have. Hold a moment. I'm just reading through this list here.
Sorry, I know I put you on the spot.
Well, let's see. There is, in terms of a useful item, I have over out there. There is, you can see, and she gestures over to sort of where Glam is already kind of going. It's more pieces that are just like kind of arms and armory or like different wearables. And you can see there's like a lightly folded scarf of like a dark brown that looks kind of like frayed. It's like that scarf sort of acts as a wearable storage materials. You can store some things in that.
Oh, interesting.
Now that is unique.
We have a. There's a robe with it, which we've had for quite some time. It's not the most useful here, but maybe you seem to be more of an adventuring type. It could be of value to you. It is designed to help you withstand sort of extreme cold. And there may be a number of other properties. I'm not the most certain on that.
Okay.
There is a little, she gestures kind of to a case just to the left of the actual counter. It's very small. It's maybe the whole case is the size of like a fist, and you can just see there's just like a tiny little golden, like mechanical, what looks to be almost like a firefly in there.
Ooh.
It's a little clockwork tool that's been enchanted, and when you've worked with it, it gives you access to a number of small spells and things.
Oh, that's interesting. Anything else?
By the way, Glam is just looking at looking all over at these things because they have never seen this much magical stuff all in one place.
Valid.
There is this, and she sort of opens up a small box that she keeps under the desk, and it's just got like a little gold coin in it, or sorry, silver coin in it. With this, it can confer a bit of luck to the one who holds it. Though, from what I understand, it can also convey a bit of bad luck to the one who holds it. It's a coin toss.
Oh, it's a coin. I get it. Interesting. Hmm. Not to be that person, but do you have anything else at all that do you have like any jewelry type things or
We have a few. Jewelry is a bit more rare and typically bought up often.
pretty quickly? I know, yeah.
It's a bit more expensive, but I have a ring here, and she pulls out a separate little case and opens it up, and it's just like a small like wood band inlaid with jade all the way around it. That will provide just a bit of extra capacity to get out of the way.
How much is this ring?
Oh, please. Hold, please. That would be And she flips through her book. Around 800 gold.
Dang it. Question. If we were to buy a few things from here, is there any way that we could potentially get any form of mass purchase discount?
I would have to see what is being purchased. And Zendir here would have to also, of course, agree on it. But
Brains will perk up when I hear Gray ask that question. I'll come over like, hey, Gray, let's talk for just a second.
Mm-hmm. Because you know, we're all here as a group, and I think we're all interested in a couple of things. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna drag him away, so not in earshot.
meanwhile, Glam's gonna be like, so Zindia, so you said Zindia would have to agree with these. Is that is your friend back there?
yeah, yes, Zendir, we are.
Hey, Glenn. Sidebar.
And for a half second, the gnome sort of stops what he's doing, and you can see he's an old man. He's probably like a human 80. He looks up. He's got a pair of real thick glasses. He's like, I'm working. Hang on. Goes right back to what he's doing.
Not because Glam is wondering because you have this one person who's helping them out, and this other one who seems to be working behind the desk and trying to. Glam's just going, what are you working on?
What am I working on?
I didn't hear that last word.
What am I working on?
Yes.
I'm making some things. You getting? What do you? Give me a minute. And just puts his head back down.
Leave me alone. Come here.
Just gets dragged away after that.
Put you all in a huddle. Should we utilize our ambassadorship to try to get some sort of discount?
No, I don't want to do that.
Come on, we're quote unquote important people.
Yeah, but that feels. I would rather barter the regular way. I don't. We're not really that important of people. Like, come on.
Come on, we fought demons. We can use all this. People are gonna hear about us, and if we're using your stuff, your name's gonna get out there too.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my god!
I mean, maybe if we had a little bit more well known or something.
Well, if we were just a little closer to Glasscore, I could use my name. I mean, I got a shoe deal one time.
That's pretty good. But I think I saw you were eyeing some cloaks and stuff, and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are gonna be way out of our price range.
yeah.
So I got $250 to my name at most.
I have $699
Nice.
gold, 699 gold.
And I know those are gonna be expensive.
I mean,
I don't know how much.
I have 198, so.
Do you want to just pull all our money together?
And maybe get some things.
That way, if we only get one thing, it would be one nice thing for one person who really needs it.
I was also going to say, also we are going to have to make. Just looking around for a moment. We are going to have to find a new tavern at the end of the day too.
All right, cool. We can go to I say let's go to the shittiest one, just because I really enjoy places that are kind of dirty looking.
As long as the rooms are nice enough, I don't care. And maybe we can all just share. I'll sleep on a floor. That's fine. Okay. So, question. How much are what were you looking at?
There was some bracers over there as well as a cloak, but they're in a sealed case. I have no idea how much that's going to be.
And what do those bracers and cloak do?
Well, they have enchantments of protection on them, so I don't know exactly what they do. I was hoping this young lady here would be able to help whenever. And I'm going to look up, and we're really not that far away from from the counter.
No, we're not.
Really, I was hoping you would be able to help me figure out what they do.
Well, so the cloak we could probably let me flip through. It is 255 gold.
That's actually not that bad.
And what does it do exactly?
Just confers a light protective enchantment.
Okay.
What about the bracers?
That's going to be right around 800. It's a bit more of a valuable protective enchantment.
That is expensive.
Well, what is the protective enchantment?
So the cloak is a +1. The bracers are a +2.
That would explain that.
Yep. What was it that the clockwork thing did again?
So
You said it held some spells if you worked with it, right?
indeed, you can give it a little tap, and it will flutter around with you. And it stays sort of where you are, and you can command it to move with you. And it can cast lights if need be. It can cast sort of more of a targeted outline spell that can prevent a target from hiding.
Oh.
Ooh. That is very interesting.
And it can do both of, well, it can do the targeted once a day. The other it can do a number of times.
And how much would that be?
210 gold for that.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Glam is still just kind of trying to peer at what Zindir's working on.
And actually,
Very curious.
a minute later, he pokes his head up. And he's not even, not even having a look at you. Looks up and he's like, all right, it's done. Get the target out. I want to see if it works. And with an audible sigh, she looks at all of you and she's like, if you would move to the right and just sort of stay in the corner there for a moment.
All right, or you're right.
My right, just over there. And she sort of gestures to like a spot, and then from behind the counter she fetches up like a small targeted box and sets it up on the counter, and he's like, all right, stay back everyone. And he sort of dons just sort of like a little, it looks like a little crown, and a half second later and he snaps a little like blast, and a little ray of fire sparks, bounces into the box, and then just gutters out.
Whoa. What? That was cool.
That's so cool.
What was that?
Little fire ray crown. Just put it all together. Get a box for it. It's ready to go on the shelf.
That is very impressive.
Do you enchant all the items here?
Some of them. We buy some, I enchant some.
Awesome. That's so cool.
I say you get the bracers and the clockwork box thingy.
I don't think we can get the bracers. The bracers are too much.
Yeah, I think the bracers are out of our price range at the moment, unfortunately.
So is the ring, which I very much want because I'm pretty sure it's a ring of evasion. Um, but perhaps the cloak and the little
I
clockwork
mean,
thing.
if you want the ring, I'm pretty sure if we were to combine what we have, we could get that and the cloak at least.
Oh, I just remembered. What if I would like to sell something to you?
Oh, what do you got?
Well, and I'm going to quickly go through my bag and grab that druid armor that I'm definitely never going to wear.
Okay.
The
Excuse me, as
the,
me, the DM, goes and fetches it. Real
the
quick,
ornate amber bone wood shell and jade beaded leather chest piece that's a +1 AC.
Yes,
Did he cast a bark skin? That one?
correct. Uno momento, por favor.
Mm-hmm.
You really do not want to turn into a tree?
No, I feel like I'm okay there. But
I mean,
I think we could get something slightly more uh useful for everyone.
that's still true.
Aha! Killed another mosquito. Get wrecked!
Well done.
Sorry, if you've heard any clapping at all, it was me trying to kill the same mosquito. It's just been flying around my head.
Okay. Here, give me a moment with it if you don't mind.
Of course. Just be careful.
Of course, I would never, ever hurt any piece of enchanted gear. And he
Drop.
takes off the goggles he's got on, and he's much more beady-eyed without them. And then fishes out
Oh my god, he's adorable.
a different pair of goggles and sets them on. And he gives them sort of like a little bit of a tap, and you can see now that there's sort of like a faint outline glowing on them. This is quite nice. I think I could give you maybe 1,000 gold for this.
Jesus.
Perfect. That would well, how about this? Instead of 1,000 gold, how about I'm interested in this ring. And well, actually, I'm interested in the ring and the bracers.
Oh, you
and
want the
this
get out of the way
cloak.
ring?
Yes, the get out of the way ring is super useful.
It's real handy. I made it myself.
Did you? It's also really beautiful.
Is that really its name?
Yeah.
Like you went to somewhere and patented that.
I didn't. Well, I just named it. I call it the get out of the way ring.
What is a patent? Seriously, you use so many words I do not know.
Hey, are you messing with me right now? How do you think the rich keep their money over there in Glasscourt? They patent things that way no one else can sell them but them.
That sounds like a scam.
It is a scam. It is 1,000% a scam.
Yeah, we're looking at the ring, the bracers, and the cloak, and we would happily also, we have gold as well, obviously, not just this.
I'm,
But
I mean, I'm also interested in the clockwork sphere as well as that. Was that crown? Was it?
Oh, this, yeah. Call it the laser hat.
well,
I mean, anything
you
that.
are incredibly good at naming things.
Don't
Has
give me
anyone
that
ever
look. I
told you
just
that?
made it today.
No. I am very impressed. Also, anything that would help allow me to keep my energies in a fight would be very useful.
I don't know what you mean, but I don't think I have anything that'll do that. Not right now.
No. I meant that crown would be helpful to like help me like keep my energies because I can cast spells, but I do not have. I can't do them very often.
I'll tell you what. 150 gold and mildly tested.
Look, I am also willing to help you field test it.
Great. Well, 150 gold and it's yours. Call it a deal.
I would also like to see clockwork sphere.
That's a little more. That's 250 for that. It was beautiful. Made him himself.
Wasn't I told 210?
Maybe I don't keep the ledgers.
Looks over at what is your name? I don't think you ever introduced yourself.
It's Eliel.
I'm going to need a spelling for that. But Elia, you did say 210 for the sphere.
Flipping back through. Yes, it is. It is 210 for the sphere. It's not a sphere. It's it's a little clockwork firefly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's even better. So 210 and then 150 for the both of them. I think I could swing that. So that's 360, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. So those will be helpful, I believe. And purchasing the little clockwork firefly and the laser hat.
Okay. All right. One of those is a griffin saddlebag, so I will shoot that at you. But the other is a what you call it? Circlet of blasting.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, but
Laser hat.
So, what's the little firefly dude's name?
Call him Sparky. You tap him on the head and he makes it bright. It's great.
That's a great name. I like Sparky.
I made him so I could stop tripping up the stairs. I got a few of them. They're great.
Okay, I was wondering why you're selling him then. That makes sense.
honestly, I want to call him like something like Sparkles. Or Sparky. That sounds good.
But if my math serves right, which you want to check it doesn't. 'Cause I'm not very good at it. We're still short 800 gold for the cloak and the bracers. Is that right?
Well, not it. So if the armor is worth 1,000 and we're getting the ring that's at 800, that's another 300 that we can put towards the bracers and the cloak. So that would be. We're missing 500, I believe. So, do you want to
600.
halvesies?
600.
What?
1,000 minus 800 is 200. Not 300.
I'm so sorry. You're so right. Numbers have not always been my forte. Do you want to go halvesies, Zazel?
I only have 250.
Mm. Does Flora have any? Flora? Oh, Flora said she'd be right back. Oops. You have 4 gold.
What? That seems inaccurate.
That can't be right.
No, you 100% have way more than that.
She's fucking with us. She can only count to 4, that's the problem.
Well, would you be willing to perhaps, because we're buying so
Your
much,
sheet says
including our
4.
friend here, give us a discount of that last little bit of gold?
Make a persuasion check.
Good or bad?
That was good.
Yeah.
That would be a 21.
Okay,
So
so
combat, and you're gonna be dropping rolls.
we're saying, so you want to get, you said, the bracers.
The
You want,
bracers, the cloak, and your fabulous get out of the way ring. And our friend here also already bought something, two somethings, no discount
just
at
holding
all.
up, just holding up to.
Yep, and
I have been behaving myself.
and we're trading you this lovely armor as well.
okay, look, all right, so here's what I'm thinking. So, all of that comes to 16, and Elliot, what did I say that the what did I say the cloak is worth? What did you say the cloak was worth? I think
That a few.
Hmm?
That a few.
I think it was 250. So
Yeah.
so that's 1,850 gold. All told, minus 1,000 for that armor, and I'd love to buy the armor for more, but it's a real niche piece. Outside of a druid, nobody can use that. But
I am aware that it is worth more, but I was willing to part with it for that
it's-
very reason, because I understand it's pretty niche, yeah.
but let's see, I could do. Quick math.
Quick math.
If you could,
Sorry, I know you weren't expecting to barter.
you can put up 700 for all the rest of it. We'll call it a day. But real quick too, Tushy, they've split up gold every time they've gotten some, and I know that you should have gotten some of that divided up, so you should have a decent chunk from that, as well as you probably had at least 200 just kind of kicking around that you had left for any form of necessary discretionary spending.
He's just dropping it on the ground.
So
It's her form of breadcrumb.
I'm gonna pee real quick. I don't know if one of you guys has
Wait.
recorded the amount of money that you've been splitting up.
No, I haven't.
I haven't recorded the amount of money we've been splitting up at all. I've only been recording what I grabbed.
Not gonna lie, same.
So, with that in mind, and the fact that Mortish hasn't been spending anything, she should roughly have probably around 500 to 600 gold.
Well, I only have 250. Keep that in mind.
Interesting. Oh, well,
I think there's been a couple of times where Glam and Gray have found gold and didn't share it with the party.
That is true.
Not saying y'all are stingy, but y'all are kind of stingy.
Well, so then
Look.
I would say, Flora, add 2 zeros to your 4 and make it a 400 based off of what you should have had.
You're getting more than me
So,
too.
wait.
Look.
Hey, how come you're okay? Wait, hold on. So you're saying an extra 700 gold after everything?
Yeah, that's a 20% discount.
Wait, but we had decided even before that it was 600 gold.
For 3 items? No, it wasn't. It was more than that.
Yes, it was.
No.
No.
You're wrong.
After the
You're incorrect. I'm doing the math.
no, but out loud. That we had landed at 600 gold, and I had asked to go halvesies,
Listen, I'm
and he
not
said he didn't have
young,
enough to go
okay?
halvesies, and then I asked for a discount afterward.
This is what I'm
To
telling you.
drop it down
okay?
to 500, so then I
It
could
is-
go to halvesies.
It is 800 gold for the bracers.
It is
It's-
800 for the bracers.
It is 800
and
gold for the ring. That's 1600 gold. Yeah,
Yes, and
200 for the cloak. That's 1850. Minus 1,000. We're at 850. I took 20% off of that.
Okay, I see where your math is coming from, and maybe my math is wrong. Okay,
Daniel's gonna give
so-
you the biggest shit-eating grin because he was right.
Listen, I'm bad at math. So you said 700 gold.
Yeah, 700. We'll make it a nice round 700. 'Cause I like your style.
And I like your style.
You're a
so
liar. I'm ancient.
What?
Nah, man, you got
Okay.
something going on with those goggles.
You're
It's a
not
cool
that
look.
ancient.
I like it.
It's pretty nice. And also,
Just
you
don't
made
look in the
some
sun.
pretty
You might
cool
burn your
stuff.
retinas.
Between, and I'm gonna spin to Zazel and Flora. Can we split this 700 gold 3 ways? Can we do that?
I will fill in 100.
I got 250. That's 350. We just need 350 more.
I can put down. Morticia, Flora said 200. Okay, and so after that is, I'm gonna push the money back at Glam, just because he already bought stuff, and I will do the other amount, which is what between after every what, so 2. What did you put
I
down?
don't know. According to Gray, it's like 7,000 gold.
Shit,
So
okay,
it was. So currently it's 400 between Flora and Zazel, I believe.
between
Did
Flora.
200. I did 250. So that's 200. That's
Oh, four-
450.
450.
So you just need to put up 250.
I will happily do that.
Yeah.
Okay, you strike a hard bargain. Done. And I will put all our gold out.
All right. You know the drill. Pack it all up for sale. I'm taking this, and he grabs the armor. This is great.
I'm glad
So,
you
wait,
like
Doc,
it.
How
we
much
come
are you
back.
putting that armor up for? I'm just curious, obviously.
I don't know. I gotta talk to some people. I don't know what it's worth 100%, but it is a niche item. 1,000 seems fair to buy it.
Oh no, it's definitely worth more than 1,000. And you're in a big city, but I was accepting it.
It's not that big of a market for people buying enchanted armor only for druids.
There are a lot of druids.
Not that
In
many.
a city partially made by trees, I highly doubt that there aren't many druids. You're going to make some good money off of that.
Buddy, I get like
Yep.
5 customers a day. You're my quota.
I'm gonna speak in celestial towards Gray. Gotta leave it, man. He's not worth it. Plus, he's kind of right.
No,
Druids don't
I
really
already-
have money. You're kind of an anomaly. Come on.
Speak
what-
Celestial. You're just being rude.
Hey,
Hey, I'm on your side. You can hear I'm on your side.
Yeah, but don't talk in other
Wait.
people's languages, in other languages, just because you think I'm not going to be able to understand you.
Well, I mean, I partied with it at 1,000. I didn't even try to bargain. I feel like I did.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah,
You're a good
'cause,
kid.
You know, you're a good man. Thank you for making stuff.
If you have anything else that you want to have tested at some point, let me know.
You gotta pay for it. I don't just give stuff
Oh
out for
no no no
testing.
no no! I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I do not mind testing for you.
I'll keep it in mind if you see it come back in and I got something weird. No refunds.
Look,
don't worry.
Yeah, no
We're
refunds.
not bringing it back.
Yeah,
thank-
no
thank you.
refunds. I'm strapping these bracers on. By the way, Gray, I'm pretty sure that you actually got the better deal there. He's never gonna be able to sell that armor.
That is not true.
you'll perfectly be able to say that.
Druids don't carry gold on.
Now, on the other
I
hand,
am literally a druid that carries gold
You're
on
not.
me.
You're not a common druid.
Oh my.
now, to be fair, someone who does not know better might buy it, and then they have no tree.
That would be
Uh,
awful.
That's not how that. Anyway, I thank you so much for your patronage, sir. Have a good day, and I hope you sell the armor swiftly.
Put out some feelers. You want any other weapons? Yeah, any other goods? I got other stuff.
I think you took most of our money, but thank you.
Are you sure?
We'll be back, I'm sure.
Did you see my coin?
What
Yes. You don't need
Wait,
it.
what exactly does that do? Out of curiosity.
Well, you flip it, and if it comes up the way you want it to, get a nice little surge of luck. If it comes up the wrong way, you might fall on your head.
And Glam, not to be rude, you have the worst luck.
Yeah, you might want to grab that, Glam.
No, I mean he would flip the coin and it would make it worse.
Where do you think I'm gonna have fun? Of course.
Zazel.
Do you want the
Money.
coin?
No.
150 gold. It's a nice
We-
coin.
No.
We don't want the coin.
You sure?
We're yes.
I think
but,
it's my best enchantment yet.
honestly, I think the ring. It doesn't matter. Thank you, sir, for humoring us, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Kinda-
Unfortunately, Glam does not have quite enough money for that, so it's just sad face staring at it.
You don't need the coin. You have a gambling problem. And
You
then
need the coin.
we-
You definitely need the coin.
Zazel. I'm gonna punch Zazel in the
We're gonna
arm.
come back. Can you put this on rain check or layaway?
Well, nobody's bought it yet. I'd probably still be here.
All right, awesome.
I don't
We'll
reserve
be back.
items without a down payment. I'm sorry.
I
That
have a
is
feeling we're gonna
valid.
walk out of here, and this is gonna be like the most famous magic item crafter that's like ever existed.
We have some more places to peruse. You have a
I-
great day, sir. And I'm actually going to grab Zazel and Glam by the back of their shirts because Flora's been good and drag them out of this shop.
Hey, I've been good.
Have a great day. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you
Have a
so
good
much.
one.
Yep. Good luck with him.
Do remember the Emporium for all your arcane needs.
We will.
Always.
Okay,
Uh,
so
that
what
was
is this
neat.
cloak? What is these bracers?
So, yeah, I'll just add them to your inventories. That's fine.
Oh,
I already added it for me.
Oh, okay.
So the only things that I'm really interested in after all these, as much as I hate to admit it, I think that I might want to at least get at least one more set of clothes.
I
You
knew
know,
it.
so I'm not wearing the same ones every day.
Well, Flora, do you want to go to the park? I'm sure they have a playground or two. you can
Yeah,
play at.
hey, I still wanted to go to the other magic store, the gifts and goodies.
Yeah, I'm broke, so I don't really have a reason to go.
Okay, well, I guess we could split up if you would like.
I mean, I don't want to see what is in gifts and goodies. That does sound very interesting.
There is a chance that there will be a very puffy dress when we get close, so I will stay.
It looks like we're not splitting up then, because she was
I
my
mean,
excuse to go to the park.
We can go later.
I just wanted to challenge you to monkey bar contest, but all right.
That's not fair. My
Is it
hands are
just-
small.
And I still have some gold, Zazel, so we're not
Yeah.
completely broke. I'd buy you something.
I think that's fair, Flora, because those things are built for people like you. They're not built for me. I'm too big.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if that's true.
I would like to travel to the gifts and goodies stall. Right, Rach.
Okay, absolutely. So, you know, that's headed back in the opposite direction from where you were headed.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, Glam is feeling very pretty with their new circlet.
Good.
So, you got the bracers, the cloak, and the ring of evasion. That's the other one was.
Yep.
Yes.
As well as the Griffin's saddlebag thing.
Yes, which I have to my right here to get for you.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Ring of get the fuck out of the way. I can't remember what he called
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
To get the fuck out of the way ring.
The get out of the way ring!
The dodge ring.
I wanted him to actually copyright all these. That's what their actual legal name was.
That'd be amazing.
We have to go resell it, and we're like, I have a get out of the way ring. Do you mean a Asian ring? No.
Nope, this one is. Did I stutter?
Get out of the way
Alright.
ring.
I added
Yeah,
them to
I
your
fucking
inventory,
stuttered.
both of which will require attunement before you have access to them, but
Whose inventory? Mine?
yeah.
Whose?
Yes, Grace. I put the ring of evasion and the cloak of protection in your inventory.
Okay. Well,
Unless you're
That's
planning on
good.
giving it to somebody else, I don't know.
I think
I,
this
Uh,
is for
I thought
little one.
I thought that Flora wanted the
The cloak.
cloak.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah,
she wanted-
the cloak was for Flora.
oh, maybe.
We kind of all got a magic item, which is really cool.
Listen, I am old. You think I know shit? I don't know shit. That's why she's here. She handles everything. I just do the enchantments.
Hmm.
She's
Listen,
really
we have to
like his
refresh.
hospice nurse or something. He just has survived for centuries since he hired her.
That's so funny.
Hehe. Oh, it's so pretty. It's got a little burb on it. But you said this one was wood with like jade around it, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. I added that to your inventory as well, Flora.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Look at that. Everybody got something.
Hmm.
Because I remembered I had a thing I was never going to wear. I was like, I didn't want this armor. Wait, I can sell it.
All right. Okay, so heading up back towards the zone you had come from, you recall being told it was a large marble building close to it. It takes you.
Hey,
Sorry.
why are you yawning? Get out of here with that nonsense.
No, man.
How dare. The gifts and goodies.
Indeed.
All right, I guess we're going to gifts and goodies.
Why do you sound so sad, Zazel? I'll get you a gift. Maybe even a goodie.
And it's getting dark, and the park's gonna close.
It's not getting dark.
Well, it might be. I don't know.
It's like 3 p.m.
Sky Daddy has not told me what time it is in like all night.
Who's
It's
the fuck
about
Sky
3
Daddy?
p.m.
That was all. That was all in jest.
Judging by the position of the sun in the sky, it's about 3 p.m.
I think we'll have some time And maybe by the the gifts and goodies, we can find a different place to stay at tonight.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
it
might
could
be a good
be a
idea.
different inn, or maybe even around here if we want to, on the way. How does that sound?
That sounds like a good idea.
You gotta figure out
Either
what we're
that-
doing with Muffin.
Either that, or we can risk it and stay at the other inn. But I think we should all stay in the same room. After
It-
the warning we were given.
Oh.
What warning?
I know. We already went over this. I'll tell you later. I'll fill you in later.
I'll tell you
How's
when
that
you're
sound?
older.
You know, I am bad at paying attention, but seriously, Zazel, you're
No one ever told me. I wasn't here.
You were standing right there.
I was just told we got to find a new place to go stay, and I said, "Oh man, it'd be really cool if we find ourselves a dive tavern." That's all I remember. I don't know why we have to find a new one, but I'm down for it.
You seriously couldn't hear any of that.
No,
I will fill you in later. I just don't want to talk about it in public.
you can
I
just
feel
say
like-
we're taking an adventure. I mean, I'm cool with that. That's a good enough explanation.
What? What?
Adventure. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. It's an adventure. Did that work?
Yep, that worked. Good enough.
Okay, cool.
It's adventure time. Wee.
Come on, tell your friends.
You are my friends. Anyway, to the gifts and goodies.
Yes.
So it,
And if we happen to see like a different tavern along the way, that'd be great, because we'll have to move Muffin.
Looking for the shittiest tavern you can give me.
I'm not necessarily looking for the shittiest. Just a tavern.
Let's take a second here. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Budget needs to look at a thing.
Looking for shitty tavern names.
It's old Sal here. He can't read real good, so he's taking a moment.
Valid, fair.
Told you that wasn't Ethan. Ethan reads real good.
And that fool boy, he bought my spare, he did.
Look, we all know that was out of kindness.
If any person, for any reason, could hear me in my own car as I was trying to figure that voice out.
They would think you're a freak.
Yeah, I mean, in general they would, but like extra freak.
I'd pay money.
I mean, I've been disallowed from doing a similar voice, so
You should do streaming where you're just in your car making up character voices.
I feel like I couldn't do that around here because there's just not enough cell service, but
Also, you're not allowed to stream while driving.
yeah, also that feels
We'll get
very not okay.
Said you have to be driving. You're just in your parking lot at work on your lunch.
Just do a 30-minute practicing voices stream in my car.
Yeah, that makes it actually honestly that makes it even fucking weirder when it's only for 30 minutes.
Just do it on TikTok. Get real weird with it.
Yep.
I feel like the venue
God,
for
do
50
it.
for all of TikTok is actually just in your car anyway.
It really is. Yeah, here's what you do. You just don't even give any context as to what you're doing. It's just on TikTok. You just do weird voices. You might get the conspiracy theory group to follow you, thinking that there's something weird or connected.
So as you start heading outside of the market, Gray,
Yes.
make a perception roll for me,
Aye, aye, Capitan.
as you have the
Okay.
highest in the group.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Up ahead, you hear sort of like a clattering of like wood on stone before hearing sort of like a loud thump and crack, and then a couple of voices be like, "Get it back! Get it back!"
What? And I'm going to not get back, and I'm going to rush forward to see if I can see anything.
Let's
Right
shut the
behind
fuck.
Gray. I'm right behind Gray, and
Following.
I'm visibly excited.
Um,
All right, something's happening. Let's go.
So, as you
Laura, are you following?
Yeah, yes.
Do you want me to pick you up?
Mm,
What do I see?
so as you rush up and around the corner into just like another piece of the market square, you find there is a pretty sizable wagon on its side, and there are 3 individuals, and they're probably like 30-ish feet away, sort of kind of crowded around it, kind of like carefully watching the side of the wagon.
Okay.
Oh, what's going on here?
Is everything okay?
Oh, it's. Are you like approaching?
Yeah.
Okay. The one closest to you, you can see he's probably like 6'2", and he's thick. He's got some size to match that. So that pale, almost like half giantish skin, maybe close to like 280 or so. Bald, got this big thick ass mace on his back. It's like, oh, it's should be okay, should be okay. Just watch out.
Oh, nothing exciting's happened on this. This just tipped over.
And as you say this, you hear sort of like a pounding coming from the inside of this cart.
What you got in there, buddy?
Oh, it's just some livestock. Don't worry about it.
Inside
Yeah,
check.
like
Okay.
muffin livestock, or like
I mean, go
as
for it.
I'm cracking.
Insight, obviously.
I will also insight.
That's an 18.
That is for me. An 18.
That would be a 17.
Well, so as you catch him saying this, he quickly glances sort of to the other 2 figures that are with him, and then kind of like quickly glances a couple of times at the cart, and he's definitely like getting into a more defensive stance.
Is that like
Great.
directed at us, or is it directed at whatever might come out of the cart?
A little of both.
If it's just livestock, why are you telling everyone to get back?
Yeah. Why don't you let the livestock out? You know they're scared.
Yeah.
Easier to tip it back over too once they're out.
You don't wanna.
Do you need some help?
Yeah, he's
You got a really strong child.
can't rile it up. You don't wanna. You know, could be dangerous to let it out in the middle of a market
what-
here. And
If it's just livestock, why is it dangerous?
wild animal is dangerous. You know, it's.
The livestock really isn't a wild animal.
Yeah, usually you domesticate it before you call it livestock.
Mm-hmm. What kind of cart is it?
It is like a. it's sizable. So I mean, probably even on its side, it's like 7 or 8 feet across. It would have been close to about the same tall and
it's
good
completely
size
closed?
lengthwise. Yeah, it's all enclosed. You can see there's like sort of like a thick bar blocking the back.
Any windows, peepholes, cracks?
Make a perception check.
Womp womp. That's just a 12.
12. Because you can't like get any closer because he's kind of keeping it nice and blocked off. It's hard to really get like a good picture of whether or not there's anything other than just sort of like the back that you can see and some of the side.
Can I see what perhaps possibly tipped this cart over?
So from the looks of it, you can't really see anything in particular that knocked it over. From what you're looking at.
Besides maybe the people directly in front of me?
Yeah.
Well,
Alrighty.
maybe we can help you lift the cart back up. How about that? And we can fix the wheel here for you. Got a few strong people here that could help lift, including yourself.
As you start saying this, you hear just sort of like another cracking noise, and sort of a it's like a deep red, like chitinous, almost like a blade, sort of forces its way through the side of the wood.
Yes.
What is that?
It's
If you say livestock, I swear to God, I'm gonna smack you.
that a
You don't want
threat?
him to smack you.
The promise.
Uh,
Get the civilians out of here. Make sure they don't get hurt. If this thing comes loose, we'll take care of it.
I think it's best you take care of nothing but get out of our way.
Is that a threat?
Just asking, not your business.
kind of is.
If this could cause some problems in the town, it kind of is.
Ugh. He looks back at the other two. He's like, "What are you doing? Get it in there." And you hear, a couple more like smacks, but you don't see any more like forward progress on regards to that. And he's like, "This is handled by us."
And who are you?
Traveling folk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not a bad thing if you need help, you know?
Should I call the
especially for
guards
something-
actually to help out? I feel like that I should call the guards.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. And
Make an intimidation check.
I will. I will do this. That is a 16.
16. Oh no! No guards needed here. Sort of takes a step backwards.
Are you sure? Because it sounds like this is dangerous and you don't want our help, so, I would happily get somebody that you could trust better, like, say, the city guard.
Sounds like somebody doesn't have the paperwork for what's ever in there.
It is honestly very curious. Why are you almost scared of gods than you are of the things that is in the this?
Are
We
we causing a
have
commotion? Are people like looking now?
there are a number of people who are sort of watching, but they're also trying to keep their distance because they've seen sort of whatever it was sort of try and crack out of it, and they can hear the cracks. To that end, towards the front of it, you can also see another spot where now this, like, sort of another one of these chitinous talons is smashed through.
You know, if you do not get it up sooner than later, this thing looks like it is about to crack out.
If you would get out of our way and back off, we could get back to doing what we need to do.
We would happily help you to make it safer for everybody. How about we help?
I mean, we are honestly just offering our help. You do not need to be so dramatic about this.
Correct.
I don't believe that the three of you can handle this thing, to be honest. I think it's going to break out if we just let you three try to handle this. I'm happy to watch and, take care of it whenever it breaks out. So I'll step back a little bit.
Make a...
I'll join and take a tiny step back
Please,
with a shrug.
go take care of it. Show me your mastery of this animal. Do you want a dickhead check?
I was going to say, is there, would there be like a fence post or anything that Glam could just kind of like sit on?
I'm gonna take a step back, but also towards the other two people.
Okay. The others, they're definitely a little smaller. They're both still, like, sizable in stature, and sort of like all three are kind of wrapped in some like darker greens and sort of like a thicker leather kind of aesthetic to them. But the two of them are, sort of like carefully approaching the side of the wagon now. Make a perception check for me, Flora.
Okay. Perception. Don't fail me. You failed me. 6.
6. From the distance, it's hard to get like anything more detailed about them.
Okay.
Make a either Glam and Zazel make persuasion checks, or one of you make it with advantage.
I'll give it to
Well,
Zay,
I guess, well, no, either Zazel make it with advantage, or both of you roll, because you sort of like spearheading this.
Let's both roll it then. Probably the best option.
Persuasion, you said?
Mm-hmm.
14 for me, so not bad.
8.
Should have given it to me. I rolled a 19 on the second one. Fuck. I didn't leave myself.
Fool! You're supposed to believe.
Very carefully, he starts stepping over towards sort of like the side of the wagon. Doesn't take his eyes off of you. But you can see at this point, the furthest one back has stepped up on the side of the wagon wheel. And the talons that had sort of been pushed through slowly kind of like go a little limp and slide back through. And the big one leans down and starts to really like yank on the side of this wagon to pick it back up. After struggling for a minute, still keeping his eyes on you, he looks at the other one and he's like, "What are you doing? Help me!"
Lean over to Glam. Honestly, I don't want them to get hurt, but I really hope it breaks out.
I don't want any of the civilians at risk.
We'll
Yeah,
take
this
care
is-
of it before the civilians get a risk. These two stooges, three stooges, are going to be they might get hurt.
And Gray's just gonna look over at them. Are you sure you don't want our help?
And with the third one hopping down, and the second of the two, which is definitely not as big as the first, but still fairly sizable, you see as he leans in and really ripples at it and does start to kind of force it until it tips back on the side, and he's got it up right now. He looks back. There, nothing to worry about.
You guys, I'm going to be real quiet so they can't hear me. They get this thing subdued and they start running away. I'm going to tail them.
Please do, because I feel like they have something illegal.
I definitely.
I have no doubt in my mind on that.
Hmm.
I'll tail them. You all can go do the magic shop thing, and I'll meet you back later.
And once it's righted, the third, the smallest of the three, sort of goes back over, and with the big one still kind of watching you hesitantly, starts to kind of like give the wagon a couple of light shoves, testing to make sure it's still rolling. And sort of like that louder kind of cracking that was going on the inside has died back now. And he sort of gives it a couple of shoves as the other two walk to the front, and the wagon starts rolling onward, and he's like, "Thanks for keeping watch."
No problem. And
Bravo.
Gray's just gonna wave. And I'm gonna before you go to tail them, I'm gonna pass you the sending stone.
Cool. That in my pocket for now. And then right when I'm out of start stealthing around, basically trying to hide in plain sight and follow them.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me.
Can do. A 23.
23.
Nice.
You
Very, very sneaky.
had some practice doing this back in last score, sort of moving through the city streets, trying your best to stay with as little notice as you can, especially on times when you were traversing maybe circles where you were a little more known and trying to avoid it. And here in a city where already no one really knows your face, and where there's a plethora of shade to work through, you have no trouble keeping quietly off to the shadow and moving still within range of them.
I'm going to continue following them, see where they're going to be putting this thing at. So that way I have an address.
All right. So, we can, I guess up to you guys. Would you want to pursue what you're doing, or do we want to step over to Zazel's side bit here?
Yeah, we can do Zazel's side bit here.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right.
Zazel.
For the first couple blocks, it stays pretty much exactly as you had seen it initially, where the third largest figure kind of eyeing behind him, keeping a close watch. And there's a point right around the third block where he gets a little more nerved for a minute, and you see he takes that large sort of, at first you thought was a club, but taking another look at it, it's sort of a bizarre large blade off of his back, and kind of uses it half as a walking stick, half as an additional piece of protection as he walks. But a couple blocks later, at this point, he's started to visibly relax a little more as it kind of quiets down a little bit. And now moving into the sort of less market districting and heading out. Provided a map and I lost it. Did I not link the map for you guys? What am I doing? Help, please.
You got this.
Okay,
Not
there we go.
qualified to help.
I got it. We're good. They take a route that takes a very wide way around the edge of sort of that plaza that you would initially met up with the council with, and pass underneath sort of like the extent of the larger wall that you would kind of come through on the way in. And at this time of day, there are guards posted on the wall there, but it looks like it's more of a formality than anything at all. They're not paying a lot of attention, and it's still like a wide residential area outside of it, just with a little more foliage and a little less density of houses. And heading out here, you can see that there's sort of more tanneries. There's various places where people have actual livestock out here and about. Butcher shops, just sort of like more of the mundane, and they sort of do their best to keep to the path and keep quiet. They don't really interact with anyone they see. And after a bit, they then kind of make a pretty sharp curve and start heading completely perpendicular to where they were. And you follow for the better part of 45 more minutes before you start to pick up just a bit of a change in the atmosphere. It's a little more humidity, and you can start to hear kind of like a little bit of that running water as you get closer. And then finally, about an hour and 20, hour and 30 after you had taken off, you see them pause for a second and then turn down onto another roadway leading back into a slightly more populous area, but it is mostly like larger warehouse kind of buildings, and you can now hear sort of the sounds of the water. And taking a quick look around, you can see you're now like by the docks.
Okay.
And make another stealth check for me now.
Oh.
That would be a little less. That is 19.
19? Okay. They kind of stop for a moment. The wagon kind of heads to a halt, and they take a minute and kind of really scope around everywhere before setting back off. And another 10 or so minutes down the road, you come across a specific warehouse that is boarded up. It looks much like it's in a state of close to abandoned. But as they approach, the big guy grabs sort of the board and just sort of peels it off, and you can see that it only appears to have been like boarded. It's more just lightly held there as a deterrent. before sliding these doors open and rolling the cart in.
Okay, so this warehouse, is it 1 story, 2 stories? Is there a way I can, like, back? Are there windows, anything like that?
It's looks like it's a 2-story building. No, like, real windows per se, but there are buildings a couple feet to either side of it that are a little shorter that could be potentially scaled, or like a small pathway that leads to the behind of it.
Okay, I will scope around the building, see if there's a second entrance or if that's the only one.
All right. Well, you can keep the same stealth check, but make a investigation or perception check.
Okay, cool. I think perception would be my best option. Pretty good roll, so I think either way will work, but let's go and double check. Perception would be, yeah, it'd be an 18.
18. From the looks of it, the other side would have had a spot to enter, but it has been completely boarded off at this point.
And did they close that entrance?
Yeah, with a minute or two later, they close the entrance and head sort of continuing on the path that they had started rather than backtracking.
So they're in the warehouse then?
No. So they close it off, but then continue down the road without backtracking.
Oh, so they just leave the cart in there?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Once they're out of sight, I'm going in there.
Okay. So are you trying to kind of go in quietly, or are you...
Yeah, I know there's a creature there, so I'm going to go in quietly.
Alright, so yeah, yeah, give me another stealth check to get into the building quietly.
Not nearly as good this time. 10.
10?
Yeah, I dropped that roll.
No worries. Sliding the wood away, you have no trouble doing that, and the door opens easy enough. But as you step in, it's very dark in there, and even though you have little difficulty seeing in the dark, it's still an adjustment. And as you step in, you almost immediately just sort of stub a toe and knock over a sort of like a lantern on a stick that hasn't been lit, but is just kind of like an implement off to the side there. And as it falls, it does make a sort of a clattering.
Okay.
But for the moment, it does stay fairly quiet. You hear like a little bit of shifting, but nothing overt.
Okay, so I'm going to go silently to myself. And as I do, I'm just going to kind of like stupid, hit myself in the head. But as I do, I accidentally activate my visage of astral self. So I'm using one key point to get myself astral sight. I can now see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, for up to 120 feet. Advantage on wisdom, insight, and charisma intimidation checks. And when I speak, I can direct my words towards a creature of my choice within 60 feet. Obviously, that's not going to be a problem. But I can see, like, perfectly now, up to 120 feet. A helmet has, like, appeared over my head, but I have no idea this has happened.
Okay. And as your vision does sort of flicker and shift so you can see, there's a number of these sort of wagons in here. In varying states of, some are off to the side. There's one where one of the sides has been completely torn out, and you can see it's thoroughly reinforced, 2 or 3 like planks of wood thick, and it's all scraped and scratched up on the inside. There are probably 6 or 7 carts sort of lined up presently, each of which seem to be in a state of recently been placed there. Make another perception check for me as well.
Can do. Perception check. That's not good. That's a 5.
5.
Yep, that dice going to dice jail.
It is. While you can see everything fine, it is a little overwhelming to have your vision just drastically kind of shift in such a way. But 2, you're also caught with an odor you're not familiar with. It's unique and pungent and unpleasant, and it's almost like a one moment. Make a charisma saving throw for me.
Can do. New dice. Who dis? Oh yeah, that's much better. All right, new dice. Who dis? Hold on. That is a charisma saving throw. That would be an 18.
18. It's almost for a minute just sort of like a mild thickening, or like a strong urge to just like step out, back up. But feeling this new vision, you sort of just shake out of it. And you can see, yes, there's 7 or 8 of these wagons that you can hear at least light shifting from.
Okay. So, like, looking around this place, are there any tools that would indicate what this place is used for? Like you said, some of these places could be like meat processing. Is there anything here that could tell me what this warehouse is used for, or is it pretty much abandoned?
From the looks of it, there's not a lot you can really get like a good picture of. It's largely populated with these wagons, and there's, a few tools on the side that would look like to be for repairing wagons. By the broken down one, you can see a spot where they've started sawing up some wood to do some replacements, but you don't have a great picture on that.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just going to take a few minutes to search the place, see if I can find any documents or anything that was left behind.
All right. Yeah, make an investigation check with regards to that.
Yep. All right. Daddy needs some information. Okay, not bad. That would be a 15.
15?
Yep.
There's not a lot you find really kind of picking through it. You see, like, it really seems to be just like almost like a temp storage for these things. But you do see a note specifically on sort of like a small workbench, and with it there's a number of blindfolds, scraps of cloth stacked up, and it says remember to keep them on. It's just a sort of like a quick scrawled note with them. Yeah, for fuck's sake. And you can see a number of spots where it's sort of like on the ground there's been some tearing into the ground. Looks like you get the impression more than once things have gotten loose and started really ripping into things. But
Okay.
in terms of like documents or anything, you don't really find anything.
Okay. Any sigils or anything on the wagons that might indicate who this is?
No, they're all totally unmarked with regards to that.
Okay. All right, cool. Then I will go ahead and leave the place and put that back exactly where I found it, the door.
Okay.
And take off and go call Gray.
All right. Now, in the interim, so the three of you were headed towards
Gifts and
gifts and
goodies.
goodies. Yeah.
Yeah, they went to go have fun while I was risking my life.
And we were also looking to find another tavern to stay at.
Yes.
All right. While you're on your way there, make an investigation check for me.
Sure.
You better find the shittiest tavern you can find.
It's not my goal.
Damn it. But I tailed
Okay.
them for you.
Investigation. Why can't I ever find it? 22.
22.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22.
Oh my god.
On the path there, you do see a couple of places that strike you as potentials. There is a sort of like a much taller wooden building with a sign hanging off of it that says Bright Hearth. And inside you can already hear sort of like the hustle and bustle of people coming in for meals, even in the earlier afternoon.
I will be not. You said there were a couple of places. Which one is not the worst, but not the best?
You also pass by another place as you're heading back up sort of into that district. It looks like it's one story, like a half wood, half stone facade called Shattered Stones. It looks a little less traversed, a little quieter, but it does have a little like markers indicating that they do take lodging.
Okay, I'm actually, Glam, Flora, we should check this place out. It's not as lively, and we wanted to change our places after Ethan told us we should. So,
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Ethan, I'm gonna head in, and head towards the bar, I guess, area. Hi, I'm looking for lodging.
Hey, well, evening, you come to the right place. And there is a, you know, like mid-40s or so tiefling man behind the bar. Sort of entry area. What's up? Oh, he didn't mute. Okay. Who, you know, gives you a smile and a greeting. He's like, you looking for just you, or how many of you?
Well,
4 or do you want to do 5?
four, but we'd be willing to share rooms.
All right.
Maybe 2 rooms, or if that's okay with you.
Yeah, we've got some doubles. We can do that for you.
Perfect. And you wouldn't happen to have space for an animal, would you?
We get you know, a pet or two from time to time.
Well, yeah, it's Muffin is a very sweet boy.
He is a little bit chunky, not gonna lie.
But he is quite large. Very well behaved, though. So he's an owl bear.
Oh. All right. I thought you were talking about like a chunky dog.
I mean, kind of. Muffin is still, you know, not fully grown, so.
Well, here, I'll tell you what. For 2 rooms for the night, typically I'd say, you know, about a gold. But if we're taking an owl bear on, just for safety's sake, call it 5 gold. And we'll get you a bigger room.
Sure. Would any possibly, are there meals involved at all, or I know some of the other places do that. I just wanted to check.
We can we do offer a meal. But it right after sundown, maybe Be 7-ish. Sort of a
Okay,
communal meal for anyone who's here, and after that, well, if there's
Pay for it,
leftovers, you're
understood.
welcome for it.
Okay. I
Nice,
will pass over. Instead of 5 gold, I will give him 7 gold.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time. Is it just gonna be the one big room, or?
Well, tell you what. You've got a suite down below that you can take.
A suite?
Yeah, so it's there's two good-sized rooms connected.
Oh, awesome. And we can bring Muffin in there?
Yes. So as you know, you've paid for enough of a fee to handle any additional cleaning we may need for an owlbear, and you say he's good, and you're not gonna have any issues. So I'm willing to put some trust in it.
He's very good, honestly. Okay.
Will you be coming in now, or?
We have to go I'll grab our owlbear. We'll be back later. Is it can we just get the keys for the rooms, or?
Oh, of course, absolutely. He plucks those right out and hands them over.
Okay. Thank you. And what was your name, sir?
Oh, it's beer.
Beer?
Yeah, just BIR.
Okay. Thank you very much, Beer.
Mighty welcome.
And you said the room was down below, or there?
Oh
Just
yeah.
so that we don't have to bother you later.
Yep. If you have any gestures off, and it's sort of just like a small stone tap room that you're in, but there is a staircase that you can see that leads down underneath. The majority of what we have is built underneath us.
That's super cool, actually.
That is.
Yeah. Some folks don't like it, but
I mean, it does feel a little bit more like home for me, so.
okay. Well, I suppose we'll see you later then.
Thank you very much. Was it 1 key or 2 keys, or?
There's 2 keys.
Okay. I'll take one and I'll hand the other one to the glam.
Thank you.
All right. So shall we go and to the store? Maybe we can pick up Zay's little gift of some kind.
Yes, that sounds nice. I wonder how's that idiot is doing.
I'm hoping he is staying out of sight and being safe. Okay, I gave him a stone so he can call us. Shall we?
After you.
Flora?
Let's go.
Okay. Alright. Alright, let's head over to the other place.
All right. Doesn't take you too long. Another 4 or 5 minutes, you wander over there, and it is, as described, a beautiful 2-story sort of white marble building.
Ooh.
And it says gifts and goodies on the front. Stepping in, the interior is much the same as the exterior, all white marble on the inside. The first floor that you step into, there is sort of like an attendant kind of at the back, a younger elvish man who's, gives a smile, but otherwise no real acknowledgement that you've come in. There's 2 or 3 different people sort of perusing, and it's mostly just little stands of knickknacks here on the first floor. And you can see that there is sort of a staircase leading up towards what appears to be more shopping on the second floor.
I just want to find something fun or silly.
Okie doke. Looking
Just
around,
look
there's a number of like small toys, sort of little knick-knack things, mugs, cups, little bowls full of like hand-carved pieces of like bone as little trinkets and totems.
I want to look at the mugs.
Mugs.
Yeah.
Okay. They're all they're quite well made, and you can see that each of them has a similar piece of like that carved bone that's been kind of inlaid on the side of this like solid wood mug.
Ooh. Do any of them have stupid sayings on them?
No stupid sayings on them. No, they're primarily animals. There's like a fox. There's one of like a rabbit bouncing. There's a sort of like a proud unicorn on one, like a dragon's head, like mid roar, kind of carved into another. As well as a number of different flowers and trees.
Interesting. Maybe not a mug.
I'm trying to think of stuff to look at, and my brain's like completely fried on what's in like a knick-knack store.
Same. Ratchet, describe to us the store. What's in the store, Ratchet?
There's not a lot of other knickknacks. It's not like you're gonna find records here.
I thought it was also a magical knick-knack store. What the heck?
You've only looked at one floor now, haven't you?
But you can't tell me the one floor is just mugs.
No, there's bowls of carved scrimshaw, little wooden toys.
What kind of wooden toys?
There's anything from carved wooden horses, small rocking horses, little nutcrackers.
Alright, I'm gonna go upstairs. This floor ain't it.
I'm fully expecting to come across those rain sticks that you used to see in stores at some point.
Oh yeah, little small things like that. There are like a number of like smaller things that you would recognize might be utilized for maybe like spell casting and things. Small glass rods, various little bundles that you can see also sort of on the first floor. But heading up the stairs, it's a similar environment to what you would see in the other shop. Yeah, tell us the whole 500-piece inventory go, each keychain design.
Yeah, I need to know. It's for science.
Well, so there's a hand-carved piece of wood, and each time you look at it, it spells F, and you shift a little bit and it says U. A little more, you see.
Wow, that's actually really elaborate. How much is that?
Just go fuck yourself.
Do
No.
you have any of
Keychain.
those little children porcelain dolls that are in like really religious poses?
So those are actually they're all hand carved out of like fish bone. But they all seem to have been artfully painted and sort of like set up in these weird scenes where they're kind of like dancing around the trees or
Did you just make Precious Moments Satanists? 'Cause I love it.
or you know, like they're planting crops. Sitting in the moonlight.
How'd they capture the moonlight?
It's an elaborate paint scheme with a small little carved wood moon on the stick.
Impressive.
the whole diorama. Very, very elaborate. But heading upstairs, the cases in this, rather than being these sort of like beautiful, protective wall-mounted shelves, they are sort of just more like glass cases with items in them with sort of like a lift-up top. And there are two halflings who are sort of sitting up on a countertop, watching everyone who comes in. As you come up, one of them looks at you and goes, "Hey, how you doing? What can I do for you?"
Just kind of perusing.
Oh,
Looking for a gift.
Oh, gift. Okay. Well, peruse away. Is there any kind of gift you're thinking about specific?
No idea. Something silly.
Something silly. Well, we got a myriad of fun little like scrimshaw pieces downstairs. This is we a little more on the magical silly. I don't know if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm looking for magical silly.
Magical silly. Okay. You're in the right place, I think.
You think?
Well, I mean, you never know. Just a moment. We got a couple little things anyway.
I'm very curious what we are looking at.
Me too.
Sorry, this gentleman is preparing a couple of items for you to look at as he fetches them from various cases.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying we're curious what we're going to be looking at.
This is one thing I hadn't thought that you were going to ask about, so I have to look.
You're welcome. Glad to make life difficult. Sorry.
It's what we do.
That's I think the best part of the game, right? Is just keep me on my toes.
Wait, I wasn't here. What happened?
You're still not here.
That's fair, so I shouldn't know what happened. Got it.
I mean, you can still listen in. I'm just saying.
You know nothing.
No, I just
Close
weighed
thine
my
ears.
I just weighed my dog and I realized yeah, he's over 90 pounds. He needs to go on a diet.
Pupper.
He's too big. We haven't weighed him in a while. I think I might need to take him to the vet. Maybe we can get him doggy Ozempic or something. You only get fed 2 cups a day. How did you get this big? It's my fault. I'm the owner. I know it's my fault. I'm gonna start taking you on walks every week. I'm gonna make sure we play almost every day. Okay?
Honest said that the party's dead. So I guess Honest is the DM, so he would know.
Honest couldn't even kill us with TMI. Oh.
He'll get us next time.
That's rude.
I know. I'm sorry. I feel really bad about that one.
Look at us next time, Gadget. Next time.
So this first halfling fellow, and he's you know he's looking like he's a little older, maybe I think 60 or so. Sort of like a little black hair, nice smile, kind of cut short, little salt and pepper on the sides. He's like, well, so for smaller kind of gift things, we got a couple little things here. He's like, I got this ring. And it pretty much, it's not the most useful, but when you're wearing it, you can use your finger almost like a paintbrush or like a charcoal marker.
Oh, that's so fun. What else do you got? That's interesting. I really like that.
Well, this one's sort of a gag gift, you know. It's not really good for good company, if you will. And he hands over. He's like, "It's a little bandana here." He's like, "If you wear it, sort of like a little mask, it just kind of turns everything you're saying a little more rude.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
So, oh god, what was that do to Zazel?
His speech would stay the same.
That's just why I'm curious. Like, he's already rude as fuck.
Yeah, but he doesn't do it intentionally.
No, I know that.
He holds up like a little necklace, and he's like, there's this here we got, and it's just like a little small gold necklace, and on it there's just like a tiny little green emblem of a cat carved into it.
Oh.
He's like, it looks real pretty, but the only thing it actually does is sort of helps you call cats. It just sort of makes you smell a lot like catnip.
I would like to buy that. How much is that?
50 gold for it.
50 gold.
Well, it is still a gold necklace.
Got something that kind of does that, but isn't made out of gold?
Unfortunately, you don't. Just the one. Kind of unique.
Glam will put down the 50 for. Just that sounds. I mean, this sounds very interesting.
Okay. You spend 50 gold and purchase a catnip amulet.
So we're going to make Zazel wear this, right?
I mean, if he isn't, I will.
I just want to see him followed by a whole bunch of cats.
And we got a this little bag of goodies here. It's sort of just full of candy, but each of the candies got just like a little bit of funky magic on it. Doesn't do anything too bad. Some of them are better than others. A little tricky, some of them are a little bit of a treat.
Oh my
And
god, is this
how much is
fantasy
that?
being boozled?
Oh, 20 gold.
But it disappears. What if I gave you 15 for it? Would you accept 15? It's not something I get to keep.
Make a persuasion check.
That is a natural 20 for 27.
Nice.
Wait, persuasion. 23. I read the wrong P word.
Sure
Same
thing.
amount of flavor to Dr. Pepper.
You're gonna have it for that price.
Thank
That's
you.
okay.
I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna immediately toss it towards Flora.
Okay.
Candy for you. Does fancy things. I don't know.
Jeez, there's just a 3-part card. Hold, please.
It's a bag full of candy.
Haha.
All for me.
All for you.
Flora, could you roll 5d8 for me?
Oh god.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
I just cursed Flora.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Roll. Do you need them separately or?
No. Just add it up. It's all good.
15.
15? Okay. So, there's about 35 candy in the bag.
Ooh.
Nice.
I will add that to my inventory. Magic bean boozle candy.
So each one of those just does something a little fun.
Something fun, huh?
Maybe you should eat one and see what happens.
I am feeling a little bit of a crash. I do need more sugar.
Oh no.
I will put one in my mouth and eat
Okay.
the candy.
Roll a
As it's doing
d20
it.
for me.
This is just a D20, not a D100.
20.
1d20.
The D20 is just for
14?
Mm-hmm.
After you eat it, about 10 seconds later, you just hear like a weird fluttering of wings, and a
Oh.
crow flaps on in, lands on your shoulder, and just goes,
Hello. Is this my friend now?
You have made friends.
I have a crow friend. This is the best candy ever.
and roughly a minute later, the crow just sort of like, and then just flies away.
Temporary friendship.
Wait, were you indoors when that happened?
Yes.
Nobody's questioning how a crow got in there?
Nope. Candy. Magic.
I
Candy.
mean,
It flew up the
I believe-
stairs.
I thought you said it flew through a window, so I was just like, okay, sure.
Hey, Gray.
Yes.
Can I give Zazel one when he gets back?
Absolutely.
Yes.
How much time has passed?
I'd say between the time walking here, looking around, chatting for a few, it's been close to about the same amount of time since Zazel has made his endeavors.
I hope everything is okay.
Alright, now that we got some fun little gifts. Oh, do you have a gift bag at all?
Oh, well, yeah, of course, here you go. And he just hands you a little bag.
Is it a
And
gift bag of holding?
It is not a gift bag of holding.
I
Correct.
was just... Is it big enough to potentially put 2 books in?
Oh, yeah, if you need to get some of that bag, here, I'll get you a little bit of a bigger bag.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's go gather Muffin and maybe head back to the new inn.
Okay.
Alrighty, everybody. Well, you have a lovely day.
You too.
You as well. Thank you so much.
Stop on back in if you ever want something different. We have a number
Will
of more practical stuff as well if you're in the market.
Thank you.
What is this man, by the way?
It's just like a halfling.
Okay. I was about to say, if it's a grung, I'm gonna be dying laughing.
No, no, no.
Also, Glam, I didn't mean to say that you have to give that to
No, it's...
Zazel. I thought it would be funny.
Oh,
that
no,
this way as,
absolutely, absolutely.
If you want the cat friends to follow you, feel free. I'm sorry.
I can always get it back from him, don't know why.
Okay, I also thought he would find it nice because he likes animals, so
Honestly, he seems a bit like a cat himself.
Right?
I'm gonna lie.
Yes, Flora.
You know, I feel like he's secretly more attached to Muffin than me.
He's more what?
Attached to Muffin.
He really likes Muffin.
He does.
Yeah. Muffin. Do you like Zazel? I feel like...
Did we already get Muffin back?
I would say about the time that you make it to Muffin would be about the time that Zazel shoots you guys his message to you.
Okay.
Hey,
Coming.
warehouse district. Lot of them. Lot of carts here. What do you want to do? You want me to come back, or you want to come to me?
Oh.
This does not sound good.
Maybe.
Wait, no, I don't hear
That
it.
was too great. Yeah,
Oh, I can't respond.
you
Shoot.
can. I think.
Can I?
Yeah, you have a response. It still works that way.
Oh well, then I said, "Oh, I can't respond." Shoot. Wait. So that kind
No, you would know that you could respond. I'm not gonna enforce
I'm
that
gonna
at
have
you.
Gray forget that. Don't worry about it.
That would be really funny.
That also counted. Maybe. Do you know how to get back there? Maybe come to us first.
Yeah, I think I can. Oh wait, I can't reply. I'm just talking to myself in the middle of the aisle.
We are
I think I hit.
at
Oh wait.
the Shattered I don't know how many words I said. Stone. I hopefully all of that went through.
All right, cool. Well, there's no way that they're going to be able to come back and get all those carts by the time we get there, so they might get one or two of them. So yeah, sure, I'll head back over.
Okay. And
No sense
you
in stealthing. So I think it would it take just as long, or would it take less time since I'm not stealthing?
definitely takes a little less time. You make it probably all the way back in 45-ish minutes or so.
Cool.
By which point you guys have gathered at the Shattered Stones.
Hey, okay. Just we should bring Muffin into the room, and then give us the lowdown. What was happening?
All right, so I followed them all the way there. They're definitely very sketchy. When the guy thought that I might be following him, he didn't see me. Don't worry. He pulled out his weapon. It's a blade, not a mace. I know it looked like a mace, but it was actually a blade. Very strange.
Interesting.
Yeah. When I got down there, they went to an abandoned warehouse where they went ahead and pried open the front. There's only one way in, only one way out. So I went in there for a little bit, looked around. I saw about 7, maybe 8 carts that were sealed, one that was completely broken through with giant claw marks everywhere. And then I got this note that said something about wearing blindfolds.
Ooh.
And I don't know if they meant to put that on the monster or if they meant to put that on the people.
I don't. That's concerning. Maybe
That
we
is
should.
very concerning.
I also was, when I got in there, something was trying to get, I guess, under my skin, like a, I don't know, it was a strange experience, like a tingling, like the hair on the hair on my body was just standing up, but I was able to push through it. I think it might have been something extraordinary.
Oh. Okay. Should we just alert the guards? Maybe.
I don't know. I kind of want to go in there and bust it, but you know that's always my answer.
No, I know, but like, what are these creatures? We don't. How many carts were there?
About 7.
I,
That is
I
a
feel.
turd.
They're real
Maybe-
thick too. They had like 3 different layers of planks in there. That thing busted through 3 planks of wood.
Oh.
Had a red claw. I don't know if it was the demon that we saw. I don't know how or why people would lock that thing up.
Oh my. Wait, you think it was the demon?
Well, it had red
More
claws. Didn't the demon have red claws?
It had claws. I do not believe they were red.
No.
I don't remember what color they were.
I don't remember. I don't think we can take 7 of those.
Oh God, no. But then again, I think I could have taken those 3 men by myself. I don't think they could take 7 of those.
Didn't Ethan say he was gonna come by? Maybe he can send a message to those council people.
Maybe we can send a message to Eaton.
Oh, did you
Or
not
we
use
could send a
the
message to the council person, but we don't know how deep this goes.
No, we don't. That's why I was saying maybe because Eaton was the one who told us to switch to this. Well, not this specific tavern, but to a different place to stay.
phone?
So maybe we should contact him.
This is just a hunch. Literally shot in the dark. Fingerlad did not want us searching the city, right?
No.
Maybe there's a reason why.
Maybe that is his hobby.
Being a dick could be.
I mean, his hobby could very well be being a dick. But, like, if he's transporting exotic creatures through the town and he doesn't want people to know it and he knows he's got a shipment today, he's probably going to take some outsiders who have connections to the council and try to lock them up.
But why?
What if we run into this?
But why would that matter? We probably wouldn't have even known.
Nervous? I don't know.
If you hadn't been so sketchy, I think maybe I probably wouldn't have. been worrying about.
I know, right?
Even
Oh, yeah, those people were like the worst criminals ever. They were really obvious what they were doing was wrong.
If you're going to be doing something like that, you need to be very, very casual about everything and not. And if somebody offers help, then let them help.
Yeah, man. You know how many times I had a guard carry some of the exchange I was doing? That was before the military camp.
I was about to say. Okay. Do we think we should check it out? In favor of doing that?
I would
Or
love to check
should
it
we-
out, but maybe we should do some research on what this creature could be.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of things have red claws.
Yeah, but we saw the general size of them and we saw the strength.
Okay. And should we ask Eaton? Not
I mean, we can
necessarily
trust
for
him.
help, but like what he thinks that it perhaps is.
He's
Yeah.
smart.
He is smart.
Well, we all know E10 now, so we don't need to use this just on little one. Does anybody want to take the helm on that? And I'll put the stone back in the center. It's got one
Yeah.
charge left on it.
I'm bad at remembering how many words I have.
Sorry, you can.
Wait. There's a limit on words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, Gray. I think you should probably. You did reply to me though that you forgot you could reply.
What? No, it didn't. Why did you? I'm going to grab the stone.
Mm.
I'm gonna lunge for it, and I'm gonna let you grab it first, but for thematic reasons, I lunged for it too.
I'm just gonna hold it above my head and think of Eaton. Hey, Gray, here. We have some questions about what a creature with red claws and a lot of strength
6 more words.
could be. Suspicious activity. Please help. I kept better count than you did. I'm out of words.
I know. That was the end.
Yes.
Um.
Oh wait, I forgot there was a lag. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
I'm like
Um,
watching the screen and you're still holding up hands. That's not how that works. Sorry,
Right.
my bad. Womp, 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 womp.
All good. All good. He does reply with, good to know. I will stop by later this evening. The shattered stones meet in the dining room. I'll be your pal Sal.
Okay.
Well,
You know, I see Gray visibly jump when he switches over in his now.
I want you to know he definitely did visibly jump at that.
And that's where the message cuts off.
when was anybody going to tell me that there was a limit on words?
I didn't originally know. So I don't know how he knew we were. Did I say we were at the Shattered Stone? He knew, or did he just like this place? He wants to meet at the dining room.
He knows everything.
Yeah, remember she's got a doll that literally is his eyes and ears.
Yeah, he
Oh
watches.
right.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that,
he knew where we were.
okay. Yeah, that makes way more sense. I was
It's like
just
he
getting.
knows you drool.
What? I don't. Do I drool?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
I'm not surprised by that. You definitely look like a drooler.
What? Why?
Yep.
What?
Sometimes your hair's stuck to your face when you wake up.
Okay, that I know. I didn't realize drool did that though.
Yeah, that's what's doing it.
Oh.
It dries.
Pro tip: just tie your hair up before you go to sleep. Won't happen.
Well, you could
Oh,
put
but
in a
it's so
braid.
uncomfortable.
Beautiful. And it is now probably close to 6-ish, so you know that dinner should be served in roughly an hour.
Mm-hmm. I think we should wait
Mm-hmm.
and hang out.
Yeah.
You at least know the
like a
location,
plan.
right?
Yeah. Give me the map so I can write it down real quick.
Oh, okay.
And I'll
I
scroll out the ways to get there.
Okay. I'll mark it down for you and have that for you so you can do so, because I don't have the easy capacity to do it at this exact second, but
Just
That's
make sure we
fine.
document that it was done, that I'm not
Yeah.
going to just forget, because I'm a dum-dum.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Hazel, would you like
I was
us to
talking about
change-
real me.
No
Real
worries.
me
No,
is
same.
Flora, what were you saying?
I was asking Zazel if he would like a candy.
what flavor?
They were a mystery flavor.
I mean, all right, sure.
I will
Okay,
hand Zazel one of the magic candies.
Okay. It's sort of like a pumpkin-y clove kind of candy. And roll a d20 for me.
You like this kid?
It tasted like pineapple to me.
Well, that's definitely pumpkin and is that clove?
Mm-hmm. Got a different one.
All right, well I rolled a 19.
A 19.
Oh god.
I explode in a fireball.
No. So, over the course of the next minute, your vision definitely gets brighter. You can almost feel like the range of your like innate ability to see in the dark improves further. And then after a minute, just you blink and you're back to normal.
Whoa, that was weird.
Hmm.
It was like
Hey,
back in the warehouse. I could like see really well. Like really well.
Laura, could
Gone
I
now,
try
though.
one?
You want a candy?
Just one.
I will
I'm just
hand-
curious.
I will
Take a
hand-
handful, I dare you.
No,
Won't do that.
It would be funny.
no.
So what do I
hand
gotta
him one.
roll?
D20. Yours tastes like a stewed apple.
That sounds good.
Hmm. And I rolled a 2.
A 2. Oh my. As Gray bites down, the rest of you look as Gray's face starts right from the forehead and just melts off entirely until it's just a skull left.
Oh no!
Oh
And
my
then-
god, what?
As soon as the illusion hits, it blinks back to just Gray's face.
Nothing weird seemed to happen to me. What? Are you guys okay?
You also This kid give me LSD, what the hell?
That
What's
was that was
Hmm?
weird.
This tastes really good. I don't know though. I didn't even feel a magical effect.
There was definitely a magical effect.
Was there?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was.
Mm.
Your face melted off. It's kind of gross.
What?
I saw
Yeah.
your skull.
Oh.
Yeah, like Etan probably would have taken you out for a dinner or something.
Hey, he's not attracted to skulls. It's not nice. I'm gonna kick
All
you
right.
in his skin again.
Glam, it's your turn.
Okay.
Funky beans.
Do it.
I'm going to do it.
All right, give me a d20 roll.
It's just a roll of the dice. Move so I can roll this.
I was gonna say
8.
yes. I was gonna say, have you christened the dice box?
Yes, I've been working on that all night.
Okay, excellent.
That makes me happy.
I just had to move it because it was off balance, and then the cat was in the way.
And the cat was in the box.
Almost. He's trying to play with the die right now. So again, it was an 8.
An 8. Okay. You see, as Glam starts chewing on it, that his eyes shift from that typical, just like wide, dark visage of the pupils till they're just narrow, thin snake slits of pupils.
This is a funny look.
Wow.
You look like a cat right now.
Say meow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then after a minute or so, and back to standard eyes.
So why did you want me to go nya?
You had cat eyes.
That is interesting. Oh, speaking of cats, do you want to give Zesa his gift?
Oh yeah.
What gift? Also, yeah, speaking of cats, you know there's like 4 of them outside.
So we got you
Oh.
this nice little pendant here.
Oh, cool.
Got a cat on it.
Does it have a cat on it?
Does.
Smells kind of funky.
It smells a bit
Imagination.
minty. That is all.
Yeah, it must have been that shop. It must have been burning incense or something. Well, thank you. And I'll put it on.
And once you're wearing it, it's very faint, but you feel like you have a sense that there might be cats around, and you think if you're really looking, you probably wouldn't have too much difficulty finding a cat. This amulet confers you advantage on ability checks to find cats, and advantage on any animal handling checks. Specifically, house cats.
Amazing.
Not work on other types.
Is there
Rats.
a cat in this room?
There is not, however, as you just stated, there are 4 outside.
You know what? I'm gonna go get one of those cats. I'm bored. We need something to do, so I'm gonna go get a cat.
All right, make an animal handling check with advantage.
All right, I love silly items. That's still not great. I'm probably gonna get scratched. Animal handling. Actually, it's a 13. That's not too bad.
13.
Yeah.
There's 4 cats out there, and as you sort of lean down, 2 of them are just like, bro, fuck off. But there's there's like a little sort of like gray, kind of little battered, nicked ear, little tomcat hanging out. And as you lean down, he rushes over to you, headbutts you in the legs, and just kind of like. Brrr, brrr. If you go to lean down and pick him up, he just hops right up in your arms.
All right, I got him. I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna take him back in the bar with me.
Oh my god.
I got one. Yeah.
It's so cute.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think we should keep him though. This cat, he's like me. He's meant for the streets.
Yeah, I know we played for an hour. You just bringing in cats now? You just the bartender sort of leaning over.
He's not a pet. Just wanted to say hello.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess keeps the mice away, I suppose.
You should make it your tavern cat.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
Yeah.
You should keep the cat. It'll keep mice out of your food.
Tavern cats are awesome.
Yeah, and
Yes,
everybody
they
loves tavern cats.
Look at his face.
And those who don't love tavern cats clearly are not the right kind of customers.
Haven't you always secretly
Also very
wanted
good.
to name one?
Also very good for keeping animal spies out.
I
Mhm.
make a persuasion check with advantage, one of you. You just convince this bartender that he needs a cat.
Gray.
Do I get advantage if I do it because it's cat related?
Ooh,
No.
quite good. Oh.
But maybe
You're
You want
only
to roll
good at
anyway? I'll
interacting
roll
with the
one
cat.
and you roll one?
I have not rolled persuasion in a while.
We'll
Maybe
let
if-
Glam do it.
maybe if
Let
Glam
Glam do
had
it.
some guidance on how to speak.
11.
That's not great.
Was that at advantage?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, well. Does look kind of sweet. I guess if he stays, he
Aha.
stays.
He needed to be just above a 10.
It wasn't a hard sell.
No, it was not.
Is that
He
enough?
is a pretty cute cat.
It
All
is
right,
a
well-
kitty cat.
What are we gonna name this little guy?
What do you want to name this little guy?
He's gray, so look directly at Gray.
I was asking the bartender. It's gonna be his cat. You know.
Oh, you're right.
Ah, I think Gray's a great name.
Yes.
Wait, do we have berries? Can we dye a little bit of his tail purple?
No, can't. Don't
Alright.
leave the cat alone.
The cat at this point has just given up all activities and is currently just like wrapped up in a little ball on Zazel's lap.
Yes.
I'm gonna make this my mission. Every time we go to a new city, I make a cat friend and then make a bartender adopt them.
I love this mission. This is a good
Yes.
mission.
Can I buy some food for the cat?
Yes, the bartender is a dad that never wanted a
Oh,
cat.
don't worry about it. I'll go get it some things. And he sort of steps out back and comes back a minute later with just like a little tray of what looks like cut up fish, and like a little bowl of milk.
Just so you know, milk isn't always good for cats. It's okay as a treat occasionally. Just
Oh, good to know.
common misconception. Yeah.
Just
I know.
yeah, I
They
guess
really
water,
like it.
water for the rest of the time then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
It's just because they really like it, so everybody assumes that it must be good for them.
Mhm.
It's like us and chocolate, I guess. You know, delicious,
Yeah, it's very.
bad for you.
I mean, they're lactose intolerant, pretty much.
Well, you learn something new every day. Okay. I think that here at midnight is a good stopping point, and then next time we can begin with another meeting with our pal.
Another meeting.
Sounds like a plan. Yes.
Sal.
He's probably like, I'm really sick of bailing you all out.